a dragon, but I'm in my bag again. Break a leg, him and egg, leave me cracking it. I keep the tail like I'm rapping it. You saying it ain't flame, I ain't having it. Wait, where my manners been? Ooh, this a Millie formal show, not to meet you. Big talk, friendly book, I'll greet you. And you know you're friendly, they won't cheat you. Everybody welcome, come and chat. We could kick it, take your shoes off, stay a while. Chat roll in and hit the follow, light the dial. Welcome to the vibe, new scene, same cozy style. It's a home, not a pass, say it loud, tell them proud. Lights, them cams on, cozy cattle style. Cool set, game prep, countdown on a dial. If you rode in on a raid, park up for a while. Melly for a move, Melly for you, yeah, stay a while. Woo, woo. Friendly bull, stay in chat. Melly for you. Friendly bull, gone at noon. Melly for move. Friendly bull, down bad for you. Friendly bull, stay in chat. Melly for you. Hey, Pasha check, hydrate, minds keeping mild. Who's had the beat, emote, stack 'em out. New folks to the herd, drop a high, crack a smile. Melly's got the vibe, lean in, stay a while. Chillin' with friendly bull, stay in chat. Melly for you. Friendly bull, stay in chat. Melly for you. Friendly bull, gone at noon. Melly for you. Friendly bull, down bad for you. Friendly bull, stay in chat. Melly for you. Yo, I ain't a dragon, but I'm in my bag again. Break a leg, him and egg, leave me cracking it. I keep the tail like I'm rapping it. You saying it ain't flame, I ain't having it. Wait, where my manners been? Ooh, this a Millie formal show, not to meet you. Big talk, friendly book, I'll greet you. And you know you're friendly, they won't cheat you. Everybody welcome, come and chat. We could kick it, take your shoes off, stay a while. Chat roll in and hit the follow, light the dial. Welcome to the vibe, new scene, same cozy style. It's a home, not a pass, say it loud, tell them proud. Lights, them cams on, cozy cattle style. Cool set, game prep, countdown on a dial. If you rode in on a raid, park up for a while. Melly for a move, Melly for you, yeah, stay a while. Woo, woo. Friendly bull, stay in chat. Melly for you. Friendly bull, gone at noon. Melly for move. Friendly bull, down bad for you. Friendly bull, stay in chat. Melly for you. Hey, Pasha check, hydrate, minds keeping mild. Who's had the beat, emote, stack 'em out. New folks to the herd, drop a high, crack a smile. Melly's got the vibe, lean in, stay a while. Chillin' with friendly bull, stay in chat. Melly for you. Friendly bull, stay in chat. Melly for you. Friendly bull, gone at noon. Melly for you. Friendly bull, down bad for you. Friendly bull, stay in chat. Melly for you. Yo, I ain't a dragon, but I'm in my bag again. Break a leg, him and egg, leave me cracking it. I keep the tail like I'm rapping it. You saying it ain't flame, I ain't having it. Wait, where my manners been? Ooh, this a Millie formal show, not to meet you. Big talk, friendly book, I'll greet you. And you know you're friendly, they won't cheat you. Everybody welcome, come and chat. We could kick it, take your shoes off, stay a while. Chat roll in and hit the follow, light the dial. Welcome to the vibe, new scene, same cozy style. It's a home, not a pass, say it loud, tell them proud. Lights, them cams on, cozy cattle style. Cool set, game prep, countdown on a dial. If you rode in on a raid, park up for a while. Melly for a move, Melly for you, yeah, stay a while. Woo, woo. Friendly bull, stay in chat. Melly for you. Friendly bull, gone at noon. Melly for move. Friendly bull, down bad for you. Friendly bull, stay in chat. Melly for you. Hey, Pasha check, hydrate, minds keeping mild. Who's had the beat, emote, stack 'em out. New folks to the herd, drop a high, crack a smile. Melly's got the vibe, lean in, stay a while. Chillin' with friendly bull, stay in chat. Melly for you. Friendly bull, stay in chat. Melly for you. Friendly bull, gone at noon. Melly for you. Friendly bull, down bad for you. Friendly bull, stay in chat. Melly for you. Yo, I ain't a dragon, but I'm in my bag again. Break a leg, him and egg, leave me cracking it. I keep the tail like I'm rapping it. You saying it ain't flame, I ain't having it. Wait, where my manners been? Ooh, this a Millie formal show, not to meet you. Big talk, friendly book, I'll greet you. And you know you're friendly, they won't cheat you. Everybody welcome, come and chat. We could kick it, take your shoes off, stay a while. Chat roll in and hit the follow, light the dial. Welcome to the vibe, new scene, same cozy style. It's a home, not a pass, say it loud, tell them proud. Lights, them cams on, cozy cattle style. Cool set, game prep, countdown on a dial. If you rode in on a raid, park up for a while. Melly for a move, Melly for you, yeah, stay a while. Woo, woo. Friendly bull, stay in chat. Melly for you. Friendly bull, gone at noon. Melly for move. Friendly bull, down bad for you. Friendly bull, stay in chat. Melly for you. Hey, Pasha check, hydrate, minds keeping mild. Who's had the beat, emote, stack 'em out. New folks to the herd, drop a high, crack a smile. Melly's got the vibe, lean in, stay a while. Chillin' with friendly bull, stay in chat. Melly for you. Friendly bull, stay in chat. Melly for you. Friendly bull, gone at noon. Melly for you. Friendly bull, down bad for you. Friendly bull, stay in chat. Melly for you. Yo, I ain't a dragon, but I'm in my bag again. Break a leg, him and egg, let me crack it in. I keep the tail like I'm rapping it. You saying it ain't flame, I ain't having it. Wait, where my manners been? Ooh, this a Melly for a move show, not to meet you. Big talk, friendly boy, I'll greet you. And you know you're friendly, they won't cheat you. Everybody welcome, come and chat. We could kick it, take your shoes off, stay a while. Chat roll in and hit the follow, like the dial. Welcome to the vibe, new scene, same cozy style. It's a home, not a pass, say it loud, tell them proud. Lights dim, cams on, cozy cattle style. Crew set, game prep, countdown on a dial. If you rode in on a Ray, park up for a while. Melly for a move, Melly for you, yeah, stay a while. Woo, woo. Friendly bull, stay in chat. Melly for you. Friendly bull, gone at noon. Melly for move. Friendly bull, down bad for you. Friendly bull, stay in chat. Melly for you. Hey, Pasha check, hydrate, minds keep it mild. Moves tap the beat, emote, stack 'em out. New folks to the herd, drop a high, crack a smile. Melly's got the vibe, lean in, stay a while. Chillin' with friendly bull, stay in chat. Melly for you. Friendly bull, stay in chat. Melly for you. Friendly bull, gone at noon. Melly for you. Friendly bull, down bad for you. Friendly bull, stay in chat. Melly for you. Yo, I ain't a dragon, but I'm in my bag again. Break a leg, him and egg, let me crack it in. I keep the tail like I'm rapping it. You saying it ain't flame, I ain't having it. Wait, where my manners been? Ooh, this a Melly for a move show, not to meet you. Big talk, friendly boy, I'll greet you. And you know you're friendly, they won't cheat you. Everybody welcome, come and chat. We could kick it, take your shoes off, stay a while. Chat roll in and hit the follow, like the dial. Welcome to the vibe, new scene, same cozy style. It's a home, not a pass, say it loud, tell them proud. Lights dim, cams on, cozy cattle style. Crew set, game prep, countdown on a dial. If you rode in on a Ray, park up for a while.
I had a handful of things I was doing while y'all were chatting up, and now I'm done.
Oh yeah, Melvin.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
You didn't do the workout I redeemed last time I was on stream.
The workout?
Don't worry, just redeem a bunch of them during this stream, so that way he has to do it all at the end.
I don't have enough milk.
God, like
I want a 1 minute plank out of you.
a 1 minute plank. I mean, I can do that. Like that's just like 60 seconds.
Yeah.
Like that's wild.
Make that a 2 minute plank.
A 2 minute plank?
In fact, you know what? In 30 seconds, I'll make it a 3 minute plank.
Nah, wait, hold on. Chill, brother.
We'll do all of this after the stream. Don't worry.
Alright.
I'm kind of
Or
scared.
after the game, I should say. After the game, before he raids.
I want to cry.
Before he tries to run away.
I want to run now. But hello, Moo Crew. It's your boy and his fellow Moo Crew, aka Melly, for you.
It's time to play the game.
Welcome to like session 9. Yeah, session 9. God damn. You were serious about that, huh?
Oh right. I'm not watching your stream. I was like, what the fuck are you on about?
Z keeps on like fucking like redeeming workout redeems, bro. Why?
That's what you get.
What did I do?
Continue your start of the stream, man.
Hold on. 80 points. Okay, well, as you all know, as some of you may have just heard, today is session 9 of Star Wars Cursed Fates. Where we left off, Jackers kidnapped a pirate. We pretty much also kicked a fake Mandalore's teeth in, a Fandalore. Kicked every pirate in the mouth that we came across of. I'm pretty sure only 2 survivors actually made it off that ship, right?
Yep. The only people who you guys didn't brutally kill was the pirate Doran Phage that you kidnapped against his will and have now basically shanghaied onto your crew, as well as Gordon Hayes, the captain of the crew.
Right, our bounty, and then Jacker's Jacker's own personal little soldier, aka private Phage. Yes, Private Phage. That is his new rank. so that Jackers has quite literally overwhelming command over him. And yeah, pretty much where we're left off. We're heading to Mandalore to drop off to Fandalore. So yeah.
Now, you guys had your full rest and everything in between the last session and this. Is there any of you guys that want to do anything on the trip over?
Apart from admin work, check up on how the ship was while we was away. Keeping in contact with the clones to see how Colton Hayes is doing. If we've gotten any more information from him.
He proceeds. The clones haven't been asking any questions, really. Unless you guys ask them to, they're just sitting there guarding him. They got 2 guys on him at all times, with the other 2 either resting or doing any whatever that Frank needs them to do in person on the ship to maintain control of it. So that way, everybody's rested up and the ship's in control, and there's at least 2 people at all times watching the prisoner.
I'll rephrase that. If Colton Hayes had said anything while under captivity.
No, he has not. He's proceeded to just sit there. Like whenever you ask, they're like, nope, he's just sitting there sulking still.
Just like a Fandalore.
Fandalorian. Yep. Apart from that, that's all I'm basically doing. Just my duties as commander of the ship.
He said dirty. Alright.
For fuck's sake.
So, yes.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, my.
That
So,
was my alarm.
As we said before, or
I just got
after the
psychic
stream,
damage to
the
me.
pirate that you
I'm sorry.
captured, you've learned his name is Doran Phage. He is a ship's engineer and scout when he has to be on the ground, but he prefers to stay on the ship. And his main thing is just damage control during space battles. He's explained it as he's like addicted to the adrenaline rush of saving systems and things like that.
Perfect. Then he also wouldn't mind getting that adrenaline rush for when Jackaris and him run drills with the clones. Because that is exactly what Jackaris is going to make him do alongside himself. The only reason why he's there is to make sure he does every push-up, every shot, every sit-up. And Jack is gonna let the command get to his head just a little bit.
You do notice that Doran has a difficult time understanding. He considers himself outside of the chain of command. Like basically, you're in charge of him. No one else on this ship is. So he constantly is like belittling the clones and the droids. And the clones and droids are also constantly giving you complaints of like he's doing XYZ to the protocols, he's been changing these programs, blah blah blah. And every time you go to ask, he's just like, "Well, I was changing them to make them work better." And to his credit, every time you had it investigated, the stuff that he changes is actually making it work better. It's just outside of Republic standards or CIS standards.
Jackers actually likes that. If anything, even as Jackers is trying to put the new guy through the ringer, he straight up says lean into that. Like if you can make something better, if you can make a bomb out of scrap, if you can learn how, or if you can teach the clones, teach the droids, if you can, do it. Prove straight up prove that you belong here and that we don't have to space you. Pretty much.
Basically, the issue that the clones have is that he's an asshole, but he's a competent asshole.
There it is.
So they're like, we don't like working with him, but at the same time, it's not like he's doing anything wrong.
Jackers just Jackers just says, just put up for it. Put up with it for a little bit longer. Just wait. Trust me, just wait. A time will come.
Yeah, other than a little bit of growing pains with the newest member of your crew, there isn't really much of note on the trip. You guys are able to relax for a little bit. You run drills, um, and by the time that Frank calls you all onto the bridge, which is where we're popping in onto the map right now, there's not. You guys have actually gotten a little bored with how long things have been taking,
Hmm.
and so you guys all eagerly come up to the bridge as Frank announces that that you're approaching the Mandalore system.
Okay.
Give them money.
What it do,
As we approach and
baby?
look around at everyone, you'll be on your best behavior, okay?
Jackie just smiles. I'm always on my best behavior.
Your comms officer over here looks back at the pirate that he very much doesn't like. He says, "You realize that's a relative term, sir."
Oh, come on, like at least we haven't had any more boarding parties, and I haven't had to like stab a couple people through like a door again. Like I think relatively I've been on a pretty good behavior streak. Nothing broke. I didn't accidentally force push
I
someone
meant
someone
the
to the wall.
pirate, sir.
Oh, Jack was like, ooh, like looks back to like the pirate and says,
The pirate. Doran just kind of like shrugs. And he's like, "He has a point."
yeah, but you also been a useful, asset to, well, the ship. You already made multiple systems better. You, like, sure, you are, and Jacker says this, pauses, and just, like, really thinks about his words. A hassle to deal without certain, without you getting your certain, beverages during the morning. Jacker was referring to coffee. And honestly, I would not be surprised if one of the clones or even one of the droids decides to stab you one day. But I at least asked them to make sure that you live.
Again, just kind of shrugs his. Ain't programmed into these.
Eh,
He's staring at the clones when he says that.
give it some time. Jack just says with a sly smile, knowing that he's probably gonna get his ass kicked in like a week or so.
Frank chimes in. Coming out of hyperspace now. And the ship kind of has that, the bright lights and everything just shunt back into your being in proper space. And you see the gray dust ball that is Mandalore with, average traffic for a capital planet and system around it. Nothing out of note, really, that you can understand. As you approach, you do get hailed over a military frequency.
Jarek, this one's on you, boss man.
I'll nod to the comms officer to accept.
Oh, is that me?
No.
No.
Why would he ever let you on like comms?
No, but it's a terrible idea, but
All right.
Hey Austin, I am doing well. I'm
you
just
get a
hanging out and
hologram.
vibing and just having fun,
You get a hologram in front of
playing
Frank
D&D,
because
rolling
he's
some
on the
dice.
captain's chair.
Digital dice at that.
And this is something that you guys realize is gonna
I'm sorry.
happen a lot. Is that you're gonna have to like lean in front of Frank.
I'm prepared for it, so I'm stood there.
For some reason,
The
yeah,
hologram
still can't
comes
hear,
up. He
like, the
sees
sound
you
alerts,
standing
man.
next to him, and it's a Mandalorian guy. Most Mandalorians, from what you guys know, are human. At least in those native to the planet. He's just in what looks to be customs officer uniform. You're in a Confederacy warship. State your purpose and system where a civil defense fleet will engage.
This is Commander Jarek of the Genesis Ark. We're here to turn in a bounty posted by the Great Mandalorians.
You see him talking off screen a little bit. What is the bounty you come to bring?
Oh, Discord crash. What was his name again?
Your mum.
Gordon Hayes.
Gordon
Hello.
Hayes. Like, you know,
Hello.
hello? Are
Hey.
you back?
You alright, man?
Discord's not like loaded up, but I can hear you guys. And you guys can hear me. That's fine for now. What was said after I said we've come stand to a bounty? The Great Mandalorians
They-
posted.
The guy talked off screen. He just says, "What is your ship designated?" It says, what faction is your ship designated under, and what?" Oh, he's gone now.
He's dead.
He died.
Cut out again, but I'm back. Which
What is
faction
your
is our
ship
ship designated?
Which faction is your ship designated under, and what is the name of the bounty you intend to collect on?
Did he crash again?
No, above table. I'm thinking, do we tell them the truth or the partial truth?
Well, they're neutral, right? So there's no point in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so my question is, with regards to Mandalorians, would they give a single ounce of a damn if we are from the Republic?
It wouldn't really matter to
I
them.
don't
It's
believe
more
so.
along the lines of you are in a warship.
Ah, right.
Okay. I will tell them we are free agents hired by the Republic, and our bounty target is one named Gordon Hayes.
Partial
Alive,
truth.
Gordon Hayes, bear in mind.
Yeah, alive. He is alive.
Can I queue for one of the officers to actually bring up like a feed to like his cell?
There isn't a feed to his cell, unfortunately,
Damn.
but
That would have been cool.
Just give me a camera and I'll run down there really quick. Dun, dun, dun.
it's on a different ship.
Go.
As you're thinking about that, the CR-90 does come out of hyperspace behind you guys, and you hear a little bit of background noise coming from the person you're talking to as well. Again, and he comes back. Right, well, we have nothing official from the Republic informing us about captured CIS vessels. We will have to do an inspection upon landing if you intend to bring the vessel down. If you intend to bring the vessel within system.
Question.
We do, don't forget, because we want to potentially use some of these credits to buy some upgrades. But
Yeah, question. From what I know,
And we
right?
just received word that the vessel behind you is allied with you. Believe the commander of the vessel is stated to inquire with you about any questions.
If they're like, does it seem like they're like kind of iffy on the believing us if we're like part of the Republic? Like, or
They,
a Republic
if you want to
free
roll,
agent?
if you want to roll a insight check.
Yeah, because like
my understanding of it is, as he's just said, they've not gotten any information from the Republic that this is a captured CIS ship.
which would
and they
make
probably
sense.
won't. Natural 20.
Hell yeah.
These guys are just incredibly confused as to what's going on because a CIS vessel claiming to be under control of Republic privateers has just popped out claiming a bounty, and then a Republic vessel popped out with clones saying you're in charge.
Yeah.
I'll walk up to Jackrass. I'm just poke him in the shoulder and be like,
They're
"Sean,
confused, and they're confused, and with the galaxy at war, they really are tentative about even letting.
Yeah.
a warship in system.
I'm going to attempt to resolve that issue of any confusion. I gotta go up and poke Jackrass in the shoulder and be like, "Show me a lightsaber."
Jackers will like nod and he'll like step into view behind like behind Jerk and like of course like next to like good old
Next to
Frankie. And
I don't know if this is gonna work for my dad.
actually, wait. Would I
Why do you
know
let
how
me
a
say what I'd
Mandalorian?
say in return first and
Yeah,
see
yeah,
how
yeah.
that goes?
Yeah, while you're doing that, do I
hold
know
on, hold on.
anything about like? Do I know about the beef between Mandalorians and Jedi?
Well, yeah, but,
Okay,
but I'm
alright,
mostly.
let me explain this. The Jedi on the ship would know this. That the Mandalorians have ancient rivalry with Jedi, but the current regime is a peaceful regime under
Yeah.
Duchess Satine, and they are actually very friendly with the Jedi in
Yeah.
particular because they consider the Jedi to be outside of the war technically. They're
Yeah, and
actually,
also,
you know
like-
that they're more inclined to believe Jedi than they are to believe a Republic.
Yeah, the other thing as well, it's like the whole thing is like, what's going on? We don't know what's going on. Secret missions. If somebody's like, hey, here's a lightsaber to show, like, oh, I'm a Jedi, then they're more likely to go, oh, this is clearly some Jedi bullshit that the Republic isn't being made aware of.
So,
Stop it.
alright. Jack will respond with, I accept any investigations you must do for our ship to confirm our identities.
I said, show me lightsaber as a badge of office.
After of course like Jarek says that Jackers like looks to him like can I step up and try to help kind of look just he he doesn't want to take like the commander's spotlight, you know.
I will put a hand up to signify, wait a second, and await a response.
He will wait.
Gives you and it takes a minute and actually roll to see how they respond. And it's funny. You get a response after a minute or two. Very well. We understand that the other vessel accompanying you is currently on skeleton crew status. Would you like provisional crew to help with to help bring it in system?
Is there a way I can ask the clones if they'd need help? Without terminating the current comms.
Yeah, you have your own direct comm link on
Okay.
your wrist that you can just do vocal.
Yeah, I will speak to Commander Blade, I believe it was, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll speak
Commander-
to yeah, good old Blade and Blade. Do you guys need any assistance with landing the vessel, or are you fine?
Well, we can get the vessel down onto the planet, but I'm not sure about if we're able to do much more other than fly the thing around at this point. We're supposed to bring this stuff back to the Republic.
Well, Mandalore is closer, and also
It,
I like
it was
I like
closer.
that
So my understanding of that with 18 intelligence is they don't need help landing, but it probably might not make it back to the Republic sectors unless we can find supplies on Mandalore.
Or somebody else to fly it back to the Republic.
Or somebody else to fly it back. Okay.
A defense fleet frigate will meet you outside outside the bounds of the planet to conduct inspection review of both your bounty claims and your faction status.
Back one of us.
Also,
Understood.
Jackers will actually need to raise a finger on that. Like he doesn't step into view with the camera, but he will radio into Jarek's personal comms of hey, just so you know, Jedi and Mandalorians are cool, but we need to make our presence known here before we get too close. Jackers doesn't want them to think that we purposely left out the fact that Jedi were on board coming to Mandalorian space. He doesn't know how they'll react to it, but he doesn't want to tempt fate, especially when we're trying to work out a deal here.
Okay.
He isn't gonna like step into like view unless like you say like a say so, but he is ready like if you give him like the nod.
Jedi Mandalore, cool. You think it's best to at least announce your presence? I will nod and step aside just so I'm still in frame, but give Jacris space to also be in frame.
And Jacris will like fix like kind of just like pats himself down a bit, like trying to like get back in like the whole like Jedi like proper Jedi mindset. He'll step into view. His face like clearly like very like very neutral, very proper, at least for him. And he gives a small bow before saying anything. He says, "This is Jedi Padawan Jacris Sojin. I am accompanying like I am accompanying like this. What did you call us again? Like Jarek?
Fuck. Sorry, what did I say, Mal?
It's all good. Like what did you call us again? Like of course it wasn't like privateers, but you said
I said we are free agents
Okay,
under
okay.
hire from the Republic. Because that's technically what we are.
yeah. We and my fellow Padawan, like Rook, are accompanying these free agents as
Oh,
part.
wow. Way to out me.
You'll be fine, and plus like they want to know if there's like 2 Jedi or just one. Like we will of course be the neutral party as always, and we will respect Mandalorian customs as you verify who we are. And he says this with a small bow, and then
You see a little bit of a surprise as you mention the fact that you're Padawans, the Jedi Padawans, and after your bow, he kind of again did a lot of talking off screen for a sec there, and you guys half hearing other words. Then he comes back. Right, we've confirmed you in the Jedi registry given to us by the council. We understand that you are currently within the order. Considering the fact that you are accompanied by Jedi, you'll be meeting with Prime Minister Almec in regards to the bounty.
that Jacris will take a step back out of view.
I'll just turn to you and say thank you.
Of course.
Yeah, I've just been trying to mentally plan how we're gonna get the CR-90 flying.
Well, you guys can fly it wherever you want, but you can't do anything other than fly it in from A to B at this point. And to do so, you have to have your Clone Commando squad piloting it, essentially. It is not a warship. It is not a warship that has no defensive weapons at all. It is literally a cargo ship.
I thought the clones said they wouldn't be able to get it off planet.
Well, they can get it down to planet, but at that point, they can basically just get it up and move it from place to place. It's up to you. They don't like the idea of them taking it back to the Republic because they're assigned to you guys.
Right. We could ask the ambassador to actually maybe if they can take it back, or at least have like someone from the Republic like come and take it back, or we go back on mission.
Not ambassador, prime minister.
Oh, prime minister.
Prime Minister. Yeah.
Oof. So, what are you thinking, boss man? Of course,
At that point they cut the connection, and you guys and Frank is given a signal to follow to meet up with the defense frigate.
Okay.
There's a lot of buff table talk. I would have said we'll land, we'll figure out what the fuck we're doing with the CR-90 after the fact. Brain has just malfunctioned. Sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah. And as we're landing, we'll have these talks of plans and stuff. We've had above table, but in character.
Yeah. Jackers will like, of course, add in his like 2 cents.
Yeah. I'll let the clones know that we're landing, and what we'll do is we'll figure out getting the shuttle from A to B.
Why is K4 running around Mandalore?
I can just like see him like
he wants to frolic.
I can just see him like fucking like full like full like tilt sprint, just like running through sand dunes.
So as you guys get into the system, the defense frigate does go
It's time to play
alongside
the game.
the
Bro,
go alongside the Genesis arc.
Time to
And
play the game.
There's like a security guy with a blaster pistol at the docking port, basically to make sure that you guys don't go onto their ship.
at least I can
And
hear that
they
now.
bring some scanning equipment on board and go through some stuff. And they confirm that you're not smugglers, that you're not carrying anything other than the weapons on the ship that are just part of the ship, that kind of stuff. You're not here to bomb them, essentially.
Yeah.
And at the same, and as they're leaving, one of the officers stops you, Mel, and he says, "Apologies, Master Jedi, but I believe that you said that you had a bounty on board."
Please, Master is way too out of my league. Just Padawan Jackers is fine. Yes, if you would follow me, and of course he'll like show him like the way to like to like the holding cells.
Yeah, you guys are kind of like 3 ships connected at this point. On one side of your ship is their ship, and on the other side is CR-90. So when you take them out of the CR-90, you bring them in, and Gordon Hayes is just sitting there with Blade kind of in like, proper guard stance, and
Should still be handcuffed.
yeah, he's handcuffed. And they and in the 3 days they actually kind of quick welded a little loop to the floor, so he's handcuffed behind his back to the floor.
Now that's what I like to see. Taking a distance.
And he kind of looks up and he's such a pissed off face. He doesn't say anything. The guy takes out a quick scanner and scans Corden and gets a little green beeping light on his scanner. "Very well, sir. Bounty confirmed. Here you go." He hands a quick data pad over to Mel. "This is the instructions for where to dock to be able to deliver him to the Prime Minister. It is a municipal docking port where security teams will be there to take custody of the prisoner, and the Prime Minister will be there with your bounty."
Of course, and he'll.
Would you also like the armor that he had?
Yes, but apologies. The armor that he sold was from a museum and is something that we would love to be able to return.
That is amazing. Karuk still has the jetpack. I don't know if they want that, but I'll get the armor, gauntlets, and the disruptor pistols just in
They
case.
do ask about the jetpack.
They can fucking fight me for it.
Like, the guy has an itemized list of everything that he stole. He's like, I believe so, a jetpack as well as a few other, and there's a handful of smaller things that you guys didn't find on the ship. That likely he just stole.
We'll explain.
Sorry, we didn't find no jetpack.
I look pointedly at Karuk.
If you intend to say you didn't find the jetpack, I need a deception check.
But is he speaking Wookiee? Do they understand Wookiee?
I will. Okay. I mean, if I'm rolling it and they understand me, then I will. I definitely will attempt it.
Well, you don't know if they do understand you or not. You say out loud that in Wookiee we didn't find a jetpack.
No jetpack. Shrug. I had the straps.
He hears you say something in Wookiee, and then he pulls out a translation device.
Oh no!
I'm looking pointedly at Karuk.
Okay, right. I mean, this is 50-50. It either fails and I have to give him the jetpack, or it passes and I get to keep it. So, let's see. Hey, I mean, that's pretty alright for a skill I don't actually have. I don't actually have proficiency in it.
Bro.
Wow, you are lucky. He rolled high, but you just barely beat him out.
Ooh.
Kind of squint.
Wow.
You're not meant to tell us that. You're meant to just say
Oh
nothing
my
about the exact
God.
results.
He give you numbers.
I guess I'll like run into the fucking.
He kind of squints at you for a second, and then he just sighs as if like I'm not paid enough to care. He's like, very well, and so he kind of just waves it off, and he marks it as lost/destroyed.
And of course, I'll personally say to the prisoner, letting his quote unquote formal Jedi mask, like, drop for a second and say, well, you wanted to get to know them so badly, right? You'll have plenty of time.
Mandalorians are also bounty hunters, right?
There are a lot of Mandalorian bounty
Yeah.
hunters from the non-passive side of their culture. But you guys are on the capital planet, and everybody here is the pacifist faction. There are a good chunk of Mandalorian bounty hunters, but nowhere near as many as there used to be.
Okay.
You think we can, like,
A Mandalorian bounty hunter is about as rare as a Jedi nowadays.
Ooh,
Okay.
fair.
Once I've handed over the armor, the gauntlets, and disruptor pistols, and anything else on that list that we acquired.
Yep. Literally, the only thing that you guys are able to keep is the jetpack.
Yeah.
And as they pack up the last of the stuff and bring it out, the guy sends back to you. Thank you very much. The Mandalorian Cultural Museum gives its thanks and offers free entry for you and your crew.
That would be amazing.
I would actually be honored. So long as, like, someone doesn't get like little sticky fingers with like another jetpack, but
He kind of nods and walks off the ship at this point. They leave leave the vessel as you guys all decouple. CR-90 stays in space with the Clone Commandos taking care of it, unless you guys want it to dock. The Munificent Frigate is not designed to dock on planets. It's designed to have shuttles come from it, so you have to take the little Sheath of Bead shuttle that you guys escaped with down to be able to actually deliver the prisoner.
Gotcha.
But Blade and one Clone Commando basically loop their arms through Corridon's arms that are cuffed behind his back. They pick him up after detaching him from the floor, and they bring him onto the shuttle. And they're basically there as guards to be able to hand him off directly to the Mandalorian guards once you guys get down there.
Are we left alone right now, or is there still like a Mandalorian geezer about?
You guys are left alone. The Mandalorians have finished scanning.
Okay.
They know that they understand that you guys aren't smugglers or terrorists at this point, which is all they really cared about.
Well, if I've heard of my name, I can understand the worry. Yeah, I'm just gonna pull Jackrus aside a second and be like, we are giving that jetpack back. You find a way to get it.
Do you think I want to be on the receiving end of almost like 6 foot of nothing but furry fury because I stole his precious jetpack?
You do not have to steal it. You use words like a Jedi. That is what you are training to be, yes?
Like Jackrus gives you like the straightest look, right? Like he he looks directly where he thinks your eyes are through your mask.
My mask does have like eye things. Like
I mean, he's staring directly into your soul, looking at you like you're crazy. Like, okay, I was trained to be formal out of the two of us because he can't. I can talk us out of situations. He can talk someone's head through a wall. That is the problem I'm trying to get to you.
I'd like to point out, FYI, I am actually very good at talking to people. I just
I mean,
never
yeah, but
understand
like, you know,
Yeah, but you're not here right now.
it.
people,
for sure.
You know.
like, you know, people just see you roaring, get scared, and just fight you first, and then you just put someone's head through like a wall because, well, you're you.
Okay, then we tell the big fairy fucker that if he gives us the jetpack, we'll give him more of the bounty.
That might work. Like, you know, Jacker says, like, kind of like rubbing like his chin, just like, he does.
They might
like
even give
her."
us a reward for giving, something they thought to be lost. And he can buy himself a legally acquired jetpack.
Fine. I'll try. No promises, but I will try. But, and Jackers looks to him. Whenever we capture more pirates, you put them under my command.
I am happy with that.
Okay, good. Like, you know, you just said Jackers has free range to kidnap people.
But you also know what's funny? Because I'm in charge of you, and you're in charge of people, even if they're under your command, they are then by proxy also under my command.
Jackers is fine. He just wants to aggressively acquire friends.
If there are any useful prospects, I already have enough on my plate corralling you guys. They're under your control. Their actions reflect your own.
Don't worry, I'll at least keep them reasonable. I promise. And he says that with a big smile.
Okay, let's take this prisoner in. You get the jetpack.
Aye, Capitan. And he says that before just heading off. He
It'll
Also-
take long for you guys to get everything onto the shuttle. At this point, the only thing left to do is for Jackris to talk with Carrick before you guys leave.
So, Carrick, there's a knock on your door, probably as you're like preparing to like go ahead and like get everything done, touch down on the world and all that, you know.
Yeah. I've probably been trying to scrape these fucking Mandalorian markings off this. Because I know I've lied to them, obviously, and I'm like, oh, if they see Mandalorian
You're
markings,
literally trying to get rid of the VIN number.
yeah, they're like, oh, okay, they're gonna see the fucking Mandalorian markings and go, okay, you just bullshitted us, obviously. So sure, okay. I mean, my door probably wouldn't be locked or anything.
Yeah,
so
he'll
I'm
just like
planning-
knock and just like just
Yeah,
like
it's
well,
the
like
thing,
walk through
I'd
the
probably,
door.
like hunched over in the fucking corner with what equates to this vision is just sandpaper, just rubbing.
Oh my god. Hey, buddy. Rook, my friend, my pal, my
What-
favorite Jedi partner.
What do you want? You only take that. You only use that language when you want something.
Yeah, and this is gonna be a pretty big ask. So, from the big boss assassin, good old like Two Shanks. Well, he promised a bigger cut for you for the bounty, and plus, whenever we tried to negotiate a little bit more for apparently finding the jetpack clearly damaged, as he's like looking over what he's doing to the jetpack. And maybe, just maybe, we get a extra bit of a reward for it. But you're going to have to part with it, friend. Come on, think about the credits, the reward,
easy is it?
and we
I
even
don't-
prime,
I don't know. I don't know how much a
and
jetpack is.
there was a promise that we'll probably be able to, like, get you another one, but this time legally.
I mean, realistically, I acquired this one pretty fucking legally.
I mean, yeah, technically, but they want it back, and plus it holds, like, some cultural value or whatever. Just get one that doesn't have, like, the ancient, like, warrior markings on it, so you can make your own. A clean slate, one that isn't old, by the way.
As he's just sitting there casually, like
Yeah.
defacing a museum
It's
piece.
He's still like slowly rubbing it while you're talking to him.
Jack Reese is not
Um,
stopping you.
Okay. I don't want to give it up.
Come on.
Is this you asking me very nicely to do something for you?
This is me asking you very nicely, and like, he says this like it painfully hurts him to, like, owe you a favor.
That's the young man. It's like, are you owing me one?
Yeah.
The thing is, he's already said you'll be getting a bigger cut of whatever the bounty reward is.
Yeah, I don't care.
You can buy yourself a jetpack.
I mean,
That's already a favour enough, man.
That's great. But hey, he's the one asking.
Don't forget that if you ever found out to have stolen something,
I didn't steal this. Technically.
if you are found to have kept something from them, the retribution will be dire, and you will likely have a bounty put on your head.
Yeah, it is.
Considering Mandalorian jetpacks are pretty identifiable, especially if
So-
they're attached to 8 feet of fur.
That's why I'm sandpapering it. And obviously, which I know is never gonna work, but
Look, Jack Reese just says, I'll owe you a favor. A big one that you can call anytime, any place, anywhere.
okay, he'll hand you the jetpack and be like, I just wanted to hear it. You don't owe me a thing.
Thank you, you overgrown floorball.
He just wanted to watch
Alrighty.
you swim. Okay, I'll be honest.
After that, you guys all get together in the shuttle and are flown down there by Frank, who leaves.
This reminds me of the like How I Met Your Mother. You get one no questions asked.
Yeah. Frank flies you guys down, and you guys go into the docking space that was allocated. The back of the sheet of the opens up, and the clone commandos are there first, carrying out Corden Hayes. You see about 36 heavily armed Mandalorian guards. They're not wearing armor. They're wearing, like, almost kind of like civil uniforms, fabric clothing, things like that.
Mhm.
And as they walk him out, wait, I thought I had this. Give me one sec here. I thought I had this, and I didn't. My bad. There we go. Load rules for me. There
Oh, this
Mr.
dude.
Almec.
Yo.
Damn, we're meeting someone huge.
Does
The guards
Jack
are
recommend the jetpack to me?
Yeah, how are you guys presenting the jetpack, by the way?
Yeah, is Jack was handing it to me, or is he gonna hand it off?
I think it's better if Jack Reese hands it off. Because, like, we're supposed to be the neutral party. And it is kind of
So-
Jack Reese's fault to let, like, some
Half
get,
of the
like,
guards
discredited.
half of the guards there walk over to the clones, who hand off Corden Hayes to them, and they start carrying him off. The other half of the guards are situated around Prime Minister Almec. And he, as they carry him away, he nods to them and walks up to you guys. Ah, Jedi Padawans. It is nice to see the Jedi during such times of turmoil in the galaxy.
It is.
I appreciate you bringing the criminal to justice as well as returning such important cultural items to the museum.
It is my honor, Prime Minister. And he says this with like another small bow. This time not as like formal as like before, more relaxed, you know? And he says this while he's procuring from behind his back the jetpack that he found in our cargo bay.
You just kind of like whip it out from behind you, and he's like, "Oh, I was told that the jetpack was lost."
Well, I
It
decided
was
to
lost in our cargo bay.
I decided to do some digging because I personally felt it might have landed upon myself to make sure and double check just in case we didn't miss any of the cargo that we managed to get from his ship as he kind of just like nudges over to like, the prisoner getting dragged away.
Yeah, at this
And-
point, he's he's off in the distance, and within like a couple minutes, he's gone.
And I found this though, and he says this gesturing to like where like, Rook's tried to like sandpaper stuff off. There was some damages, but hopefully this isn't too defaced by a madman. A very obsessed madman with with like man with
Sure,
like
you're there listening to this whole thing.
Yeah, I like how this is also kind of a partial truth.
Yeah.
Which is why you get advantage on your deception check.
Thank you. Don't worry.
Wrong again. I was tempted to cast a force power on this guy to make sure he try and believes it.
Let's not push fate too much.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe I don't want to push the boat completely out.
I have a +2 to this, but like, bro, like, know that Jackrass is lying for you right now. Oh, please. Nat 20.
Yes!
Nat 20.
Dude, what is with Jackrass and net 20s today?
Hang on a second. I'm
Alright.
being
Yeah, bro,
called for.
you
Just like
rolled
one
twice,
second.
and nat 20 both rolls.
Prime Minister Almec takes a look at it and it's like, "Oh my, well, the damage is regrettable. At least not all of the sigils have been completely removed.
Okay,
Thankfully,
okay.
we have detailed records of what was on it, and our restoration experts can bring it back to museum quality. I imagine that someone is reprehensible as a pirate like Corden Hayes. Most likely just didn't care about such a cultural relic."
Yes. In fact, I think he might have like tried to maybe make his own. Truly, this face, just like such a work of art. Like,
Honestly, these brutish people believing in the old ways, I really don't understand it. We only keep the armor sets and such in the museum as a reminder of what we used to be and how better we are nowadays. But this completing the set is very helpful. I believe that that the full set actually constitute a reward from the museum on top of everything.
I'm so glad that Jackrass managed to get this back.
I'm just glad the entire set can make it back in one piece.
Yes, the people of Mandalore, thank you, Jedi. As he
I
nods towards Jackrass, and
I'm
he
just
kind of looks
eyeballing.
towards
I'm eyeballing.
Jarek. Sorry.
I'm eyeballing both of them. Like when they're like slagging me off in front of me. They're just a dead
I
bad
don't
stare.
know. I don't know you've done anything besides stealing it.
No, but Jackrass knows.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jackrass
Jackrass
isn't
knows.
saying a
Some-
word.
He's like, oh yeah, some savages, and it's just a dead man. Eyeballing from the Wookiee.
But yes, Prime Minister
Anyway,
Almec
he looks
me.
towards Jarek. He says, "I believe you were. I believe I was told you were the one in charge. Are you the Padawan's handler?" Apologies.
Handler is my preferred term, yes. I am Commander Jarek Twinfang
I
of
spit
this
the
vessel.
And you serve the Republic from all reports. Though you arrive with droids, as he looks into the shuttle, on a Confederate ship.
We had a run-in. The ship is now under our control as free agents of the Republic, yes. The droids have been reprogrammed to give us a crew on such short notice.
I see. An enterprising situation, I would assume.
Well,
At any rate, you have the thanks. You have my personal thanks for bringing in a wanted criminal. I don't know if you were told, but he killed many museum staff and security guards in order to steal that armor, and one of which was a curator and a personal friend. So you have my personal thanks.
I am
My
terribly sorry
apologies for your
loss.
loss.
It is appreciated, and it was a long time ago, so do not worry too much for my feelings on the matter. I simply am glad to see this man rot in prison for the remainder of his days. I'm sure the trial will not be long. Speaking of which, would you prefer to leave a statement or remain for his trial as the one who captured him? You have the option. As it is a bounty, you don't have to stay. You are allowed to just leave a datapad concerning how he was captured.
Well,
As I've been making notes, in my head I'm writing information on my datapad. I will pull up the section on everything Gordon Hayes had said. Which is him being the leader of the Free Mandalorian Raiders. The fact that we blew up his ship. Um,
I must also thank
Yeah.
you for eliminating a man and propagating the brutalist factions with using the name of Mandalore. It does not give us a good name, and our standing in the galaxy is hurt every time these little pockets of cultists try to bring back our old warrior culture.
I've read about Mandalore and more the warrior culture before. In the libraries where my master managed to leave me there for a few hours, then completely forgot that I was there, to be honest. As glory as the history not glory, gory as the history was, I do respect the Mandalorians of old. They fought until the very end, and then fought some more.
Yes, and they also brought the planet as it is now with their culture, which is why the leadership and the cultural leaders, which is why the cultural and political leaders of Mandalore have sworn neutrality and peace. And he kind of does like a slight bow at that, like to emphasize it, so that we might not have such horrifying consequences brought upon us ever again.
That is one of the most prominent lessons that my master has taught me. Sure.
I believe payment is in order, and he brings out a data pad and everything like that. Now you have some options in regards to payment. The reward for the full set of armor brought back to the museum is 2,000 Mandalorian credits, as well as the bounty on Colton Hayes is 35,000 Mandalorian credits, bringing it up to 37,000 Mandalorian credits. Now, we can pay this to you in Mandalorian credits that will be accessible within our system, outside of which you may have issues using them for payment, or you may acquire the payment through goods.
We do need the supplies.
Yeah, plus I think we were planning to get some ship upgrades, right? So maybe just get it in goods is maybe for the best.
yeah, I'll just ask Almec if we may be given a quick moment to discuss.
Yes, absolutely. Just let me converse with my security captain on the transit of our prisoner. And he goes off and starts talking with them for a little bit.
So 37,000 Mandalorian credits, or the equivalent in goods, is our options. A question for you, Karavo, great and mighty lord of the universe. As a bounty hunter who has probably handled various different kinds of credits going place to place and securing bounties, would I know of a way to convert these credits in some way if needs be?
You would know that credits outside of either the Confederacy or the Republic have very wild exchange rates depending on system. Mainly because neutral systems generally don't have much in regards to what the other factions need. They are generally a very, very low exchange rate. You can probably expect less than half in Republic credits if you go to a straight exchange. Whereas for goods, you can generally expect a fair amount of goods that you then would have to sell yourself in the Republic to get Republic credits.
Okay, and I think if we did get the goods and we sold it in the Republic side, we'd probably end up getting more than half, if
Yeah.
we're lucky.
Well, again, and also like we can take a respite here and kind of quote unquote buy stuff. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As well.
I would
Sorry.
say to the others, we take the 35k bounty in goods if we can, and then the full set in just the credits, and use that 2k credits for supplies here.
Hmm.
And then
Well,
we
that
can supply up with a 2k for enough to get our journey back to the Republic side and sell the goods for whatever worth we get out of them, alongside the other shit that we have, because I think we had 1,000 credits in weapons.
Yeah.
1,000
credits
credits
in
worth of
weapons.
weapons and
Yes.
material
When you were
resources.
scanned, you were told that trading in weapons is illegal without a proper license, and the civilian populace is not allowed to carry weapons generally.
Yeah, but if we're going back to the Imperial side of things, I'd assume we'd have to go to like a place. I can't think of the words I'm thinking of, but I know what I mean.
A black market?
Like a trade.
Yeah, kinda, because we're
Oh,
gonna
trade hub.
turn
Trade
in
hub.
turn the ship and be like, yo, you know, whoever sent the mission, we got the ship here, and I'd assume there's someone there who can deal with weapons, and we can sell that weapons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, Jackus wants to say, this might be a little bit risky, but I also want to ask our newest recruit if maybe he can put some more feelers out on certain things, right? As in, maybe like fellow bounty hunters who might have a strange sense of justice when it comes to, well, the I keep on forgetting like their name. Why can I never remember like their name? They're like the main villain of like this the Clone Wars series. The Separatists, right? Yeah.
Separatists or the Confederacy, either
Thank you. Maybe put some feelers out. Maybe see if there's some random soldiers, some bounty hunters. Maybe we might even get lucky and find a real Mandalorian with a real sense of honor who could maybe help in the fight. Just putting feelers out there. Nothing too concrete. Just an idea that might float to the right ears. If you're willing to let me try to network a bit. Jarek.
Oh, I thought you said you sent to the pirate we're getting at.
No. This is like Jacker's asking you, like, do you do I have your permission to try and try to network?
By all means, if you're looking for bounty hunters, I can assist with that. I might know a few people that the free agents themselves.
I mean, we aren't looking for the bloodthirsty type. We need to type that fight for ideas, not just for credits. Because
That's what I'm saying.
wait, so you know those kinds of people? I thought that like you were only in it for like the credits.
Oh yeah, but he makes
Uh,
contact.
it is a complicated. Every bounty hunter has their own reasons for doing what they do. I will not be divulging mine before you ask. I might know a few reliable people.
Okay, that's something I can work with because if we go through the right channels, not strictly the ones that you might be thinking of that I might want to touch, but ones that channels like our newest recruit, really good, really particular about their set of expertise. I want to make a force that's both wild, un unpredictable, but also one that can cause enough distractions for us to, let's say, while they're distracting a main force, we can make land and go for a facility on the ground that we might need intel from or experimental weapons from.
That would work. We've talked long enough, though. We're on agreement to take 2,000 Mandalorian credits and the rest of it as goods.
That sounds good to me.
I will see
That
if
sounds
Almac is done
agreeable.
with his chat after everyone's agreed.
Okay.
And make that request if it's possible. Take the full set rewards and credits and the bounty in goods to sell at a later time.
That is perfectly acceptable. The credits are coming directly from the museum itself, so that it will be a simple transaction between you two that I can facilitate here and now. And he hands over the data pad. There you go. That will equate to the credits that you have earned from the museum, as well as gives you proper ownership over the general cargo that has been. Oh, excuse me.
You good.
I'm having a brain fart as well as yawning way too much right now.
It's all good. We're all having brain farts a little bit.
Yeah. And this is the manifest of the cargo that will be sent to your ship via shuttle. It is mostly general cargo seized from smuggling ships. Nothing illicit, obviously. So stuff that you can easily resell at fair market value.
That is an agreeable trade.
Mm-hmm.
And if I may talk to you, and he kind of like motions for the guards to kind of like go away for a sec, and they just kind of like walk off to a different distance. And he kind of like it takes Jarek a little further away from the Jedi for a sec.
Oh no.
Oh my.
I'm not sure how the Jedi would feel about this, but we do have a potential other targets for you, if you would be interested.
Okay, do tell.
Ooh, we're getting a bounty board.
Well, I hate to admit it, and I would hate to put the Jedi in a position where they would have to be less than truthful to the Republic. I can understand, simply from your bearing, that you're more loyal to the income. Do you have a response?
Jarek just kind of stays silent. He's got his hands at his side, like one hand just kind of resting on his blade, like tapping the hilt of it. Just following the conversation along. You could say that.
Well, we have a handful of issues here in the Outer Rim. There's a handful of raiding groups that how do I put this delicately? Their origins would have difficult implications for the Mandalorian government.
Implications for Mandalorian government.
We wish to remain neutral, and because of that, we have some resource issues here and there, and we tend to hire out uh, some acquisition missions to private contractors. And there may be some issues with some of these contractors that have decided not to bring the goods to Mandalore, and have decided instead to start out things on their own. How do I put this delicately? We need you to get rid of some of these contractors.
Do you have a datapad of names and faces? And any further information that would help tracking them down?
I do not have names and faces myself. But I do, and he pulls a datapad from his back pocket that you guys didn't notice earlier. I do have a list of various groups, their known areas, and such. I cannot officially pay you anything over the table, but we can say that we can call it a peacekeeping fee. Whenever you're able to provide proof that these entities have been dealt with.
Okay. What names are on that list so I can write that down in my notes?
You're given a list of various names and people, but the main thing is that there are 3 different groups. You read through it, and these are basically they're essentially what you guys are doing. They're sanctioned pirates, but for Mandalore, and you get the idea that it's basically we have supply issues. We hired pirates to help us with supply issues, but now they're doing stuff that we don't want them to do. So we need to get rid of them before they're traced back to us, and then the Republic or the CIS uses it as an excuse to invade.
Ooh.
That's the general gist you get going through the data pad. There are 3 different raider groups, one of which is actually based out of the moon of Mandalore Concordia. And that is... what was it? Oh, I'm trying to find... I have notes on some of these things.
If it's easier so it doesn't hold session up, if you find them by end of session, just post in like the text chat or something and I can write it down.
Yeah. I'll let you know later. Basically,
Yeah.
One of them is actually near Hut space. One of them is off of the moon. Is based off of the moon itself, and one of them is in Republic space.
Okay, I would just say if we find time free and we're in those areas, I will get the others on board.
And I would trust that you bring this up to your Jedi friend in a way where the Republic is not made aware of Mandalore's involvement in these groups.
They will be none the wiser.
I thank you for your discretion and for your willingness to help me in these matters. And he slips you an extra 100 credits.
Oh yeah. It's Mandalore credits, alright.
Yeah, it's Mandalorian credits, but yeah.
Gonna write that down on my notes as MCR.
At that point, he motions for the guards to come back and walks you back over to the others.
Yeah.
Now, with that taken care of, is there anything that we can help you with while you're here? Directions, or would you care to see the museum that you've helped out? It'll be
I
a
would-
day or so until they're able to display the armor properly, but the rest of it is available.
I will look at the
Jack raises
others.
his hand.
What would you guys like to do? I think this is including the clone commandos and everything. I think staying here and resupplying for our journey out would be good. And if we have time, checking out the museum. A nice little
Blade.
break from what we've been doing.
Blade chimes in. Well, sir, I'm of two opinions here. First off, we need to find somebody to crew the CR-90 back to the Republic if we want to be able to return those supplies and the ship into the proper custody. Second of which, and this is just me speaking personally, don't know about the rest of the boys here, but us commandos would definitely be interested in the museum, seeing as how we are made from Mandalorians.
I mean, I've always seen like the Mandalore from the Jedi's perspective. I think learning how Mandalorians saw themselves during such time would actually be very beneficial.
Okay, so both opinions lead to staying here for a bit because we need to find some crew, get ourselves ready, any supplies we need for our journey ahead. I think stopping by the museum would be great.
Rook wants a backpack. I'm like a jetpack.
If we can find one and have the funds for it, that
He
would be
isn't
good.
saying that to you.
I was gonna say, are you saying that out loud?
Yes.
Almec, who is just about to start heading out, you can tell he's getting ready to leave. He stares at you a little quizzically. The Mandalorian people do not wear jetpacks anymore. That is part of the old warrior culture. The only ones that left on planet are in private collections or museums.
Wait, what about the components?
I wouldn't know about that personally.
It's fine. I can buy one later on.
Yeah.
I just hear like a bunch of growls from Rook, just like, okay,
Yeah.
fine.
As Almec is walking away, he kind of says over his shoulder, I'm sure you can find some lesser versions in the markets outside of Mandalore, but you won't really find anything to the quality and made out of proper Beskar like a good Mandalorian backpack was.
Before Almec leaves, I'd like to grab his attention. Prime Minister, not that we are in a rush, it's just so we can organize our plans and how long we're staying here. How long will it take for our rewards to be ready?
Well, I've already signaled them to start loading your ship. It will take approximately 6 or 7 hours for the shuttles to bring everything on board. I'm told you don't have a cargo bay, but that your hangar bay is surprisingly empty, so we'd be leaving it there if that's okay with you.
That is perfectly fine. I will turn around to everyone. Right. You guys have done amazingly. You've worked very hard. Today is a day of rest. Tumbleweed. Great. Great. Just how a 10 charisma character would love to feel after rewarding his underlings.
Jackers
They're
will
a
just say,
Beefrest.
okay, surely. First things first, I'm gonna call up the private and just ask him if he can just put his feelers out while I'm here. And I think I'm gonna grab some souvenirs for the rest of the clone crew. Now, if you excuse me, and Jackers just slings an arm over Blade's shoulder, just we got a museum to check out.
So the museum is pretty straightforward as you guys go through it. The staff are incredibly thankful and super friendly to you guys. A handful of the curators that come out to meet you even kind of like start like going over the clone commando's armor and stuff and asking if they can take pictures and measurements to show the modern interpretation of blah blah blah. And they just start talking about various cultural things and everything. Clone commando is just like as long as you Blade is just like, you can take whatever pictures you want, but no scans or anything. A lot of our equipment is Republic military classified. And so they do. They go ahead and everything. You guys learn a lot about Mandalorian culture, about how the ancient wars between Mandalorians and the Jedi, and Mandalorians and the Sith, and Mandalorians and pretty much everywhere else, and how and how
Mandalorians,
the
another Mandalorian.
and how Mandalore itself was actually bombed into the desolate wasteland is now by the Jedi.
Mandalorians, they ruined Mandalore.
To note, like Jackers is like taking like personal notes that he's also gonna share with like the clone crew, the ones that might want to know more about like Mandalore. Pictures too.
But you learn a good bit of history at this point, and going further, any lore checks you have in regards to Mandalorian warrior culture and all that stuff, you get advantage on.
Nice.
At the same time, you have one of the curators says if you find any Mandalorian relics and bring them here, we'd happily pay you, happily pay you for returning them to us. There are so many of our kind that went out becoming mercenaries that a lot of our cultural materials have been scattered to the wind.
Yeah. Well, I would be happy to help.
You guys go through everything and you see there are murals and everything like that. It's a beautiful place. It's very nice. It's got the same kind of what is it? It's got I don't know. Oh, here I can show you actually. One sec. Gosh darn it. Oh, there we go. It's got very much like the same kind of art style that the rest of Mandalore has. And this is kind of like the city as you guys are going through it. This is what the inside of the domes look like.
Okay.
As you guys are finishing everything up there, the curators again thank you for bringing back the stuff. There were multiple sets of Mandalorian armor, and it was all like through the different ages of Mandalore, and back when it was a race of Mandalorian people, all the way up to current times. And this was one of the more recent suits that had gone missing, and you can see the blank spot in the lineup.
Jackers will be taking pictures, and he'll actually ask, like, because he honestly isn't sure. Has there ever been a Force sensitive like armored like Mandalorian?
There actually was, and he digs you into a small alcove off to the side where there is a room dedicated to a guy in Mandalorian armor holding up a lightsaber that has a thin black blade.
Oh. That... Huh. What was his name?
Gosh, you're asking me to look up actual lore now.
Like, you could just say, like, the guy just tells, like, Jackers his name.
Yeah, no. He tells you about the original old Jedi who back during a time when Mandalore and the Jedi were on shaky peace. They actually had found a Force sensitive person in the Mandalorian nobility, and he was given to the Jedi. So he learned to work as a Jedi. He got a unique crystal that gave the blade that shape and color. But then he soon went back to being Mandalorian when when tensions started rising again. He left the Jedi Order in order to lead the Mandalorian people against the next Mandalorian Jedi War, which, this is DM not being sure here, I believe is the one where the Jedi glass Mandalore itself as a result.
Jesus.
So, and he was dubbed the Mandalore, the ruler of all Mandalorians. And the curator's like, and there are still a significant portion of the population that believe that whoever is to retrieve this dark saber, as it has been dubbed, will be the proper ruler of Mandalore. Although uh, the political ramifications of this happening are not as strong as many would like to think. The Duchess Satine is our.
You know, I'm not like, I'm not sure if you know much about Jedi, but normally we don't go around wearing these. And he pats, like, the side of his hip where his, like, big iron is holstered. I actually picked up, like, using this kind of weapon after my master told me about the Mandalorians. I actually really wanted to visit here, of course, but under different circumstances, but I wanted to learn more. I'm glad that I came here.
Yep, you also learned that modern day slug throwers are all almost entirely based off of the old Ripper guns that Mandalorians used specifically to counter Jedi lightsabers, and that physical projectiles actually turn into metal splatter that cause significant pitting and wounds on people using lightsabers to defend against versus blasters.
That's why he hopes to never fight someone who doesn't have like a blaster. But yeah, Jackers will like he will just like start asking like more like historical questions that he'll probably know, but I don't know for shit. Like he actually does seem like interested in like of course the Mandalorian Wars, but also what kind of happened, like the kind of growth that happened after the wars, what like new clans were formed, what new like what like new alliances were made.
Well, the majority of the war-hungry clans were sent to the moon of Concordia in a somewhat exile in order to remove them from political action. We, as I'm sure Mr. Almec has said, we are a peaceful people now. We remain neutral. We do not want our planet to be destroyed, what little of it is left in our domed cities. At this point, we focus on culture, heritage, to a degree, not glorifying it, but understanding it.
Understanding is half to any battle. One must know the consequences, the benefits and
What?
consequences, but Jesus,
Consequences?
consequences, thank you, of war.
Yes. And there are many mercenary bands, raiders, pirates even out there that call themselves Mandalorians, but really it is a it, eh, it is a difficult term to nail down. Officially speaking, any Mandalorian comes from the planet of Mandalore, though there are many that believe a Mandalorian is simply the culture itself.
I've heard there were trials that could have been taken to officially become a Mandalorian.
Back in the days of the warrior culture, yes, yeah, anybody could join the Mandalorian sects and clans if they had the skills and the abilities needed to do so. And then there are people like the man who murdered our colleagues and stole all the armor you retrieved, who are nothing more than scum when wanting to find unique and useful tools.
Desecration to a proud warrior culture that has been already damaged enough. He says this while he's like looking at like all these like historic pictures of like Mandalorians in battle, and then like there's like this wonder in like his eyes, just like like but to say the very least, he's very happy about his trip, and also he's like of course still like telling that like that his like little partner in crime, his human buddy, make sure that he's still like putting out those fillers along with the commander, and of course report any findings straight to him and me.
Yeah, you just get a response to it unexpected. It's like, I don't know much in Mandalorian space, but I'll see if I'll put out some signals, see if anybody knows around.
And he'll just get back a solemn thank you. But yeah, that's kind of it for like Jackers and I'm guessing like the rest of the clones.
And on your way out, you actually as Blade explains that the various other clone people, the various other clone crew members on your ship, they actually hand you a box of souvenir Mandalorian like icons and like clan symbols and things like that. They're like,
Hey,
here, hand these out to your crew.
thank you. I'm sure they'll love it. Hell, I'm pretty sure some of them might start painting their armor any day now.
The only clones on your ship that have armor are the commandos, by the way.
I am sad. We need more clones with more armor.
Or more
Everybody on
B1
your
like Cranky
everybody
Boy.
on your ship are like officer are like technicians and officers.
We need to like kidnap some clone soldiers.
Fuck's
Like-
sake.
Let's just stop by someplace, we just say, hey, you guys are requisitioned with us now, and just take them off across the journey, take them off, take them off across a journey across the stars. That is what we're offering.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you guys are able to meet back up with the. I assume that you're kind of overseeing the cargo being loaded on as this is all happening. So you guys were able to meet up before heading out to do whatever shopping you intend to do.
Yeah, I just want to figure out how much it'd cost to get the bare amount of crew we need to get the CR-90 back to where we need to get it.
Well, you actually are able to find a kind of like local place where you're able to hire crews and ships, and I need to find the right name here.
Also, I've just done the maths. How much we had, like, what, 25K in goods, right?
We wasn't told the exact number we'd get for it, just equivalent goods.
Yeah, effectively. It was effectively we had 25K to spend on Mandalore, basically, right?
35,000.
Oh, 35. Okay.
You gave them 35,000 Mandalorian credits in goods, which equates to
Yeah.
about 25,000
No,
public credits in goods.
what we mentioned before is, like, when we come to totaling up the goods, we can effectively be like, hey, instead of these, spend those effectively on
Yeah.
stuff. Because
Yeah.
I've just done the math.
Basically,
our
you're more
ship
likely
is
Sorry, go ahead.
expensive upgrade. So just as I said in the message, so just to get us to tier 1 is like 40K. Trying like the cheapest modifications we can buy are 17,500 a piece.
Yeah, we just for now we just want supplies.
Yeah.
And
It's all
crew
good.
that get us.
I was like, we do have technically enough disposable to sink like a minor upgrade.
Yeah, we'll see what crew and anything else we might need would cost
Yeah.
us first, and then we'll see what we have
Yeah,
left
yeah.
over.
I just was doing the maths really quickly because I was like, I wonder how much it is. It's expensive.
The only thing I
It's what
might
it is.
ask is if we have like the leftover resources to like see if like maybe like Jacker's
Well,
gonna get like a
like-
modification to his gun.
Well, I was thinking we may want to, because we have a mostly human crew. The ship doesn't have an armory built in, so we may want to buy an armory. As like maybe our first sort of upgrade. So you can also buy, just FYI, I didn't know this. This is a new thing they've done. So you can now buy a grade 0 upgrade for primary and secondary guns. It is like per gun. To let whoever is firing that gun use their own dex modifier instead of the ship's wisdom. so we may also want to invest in them at some point. But again, they are like 17K a piece.
Honestly, we
So it's
need we need to start getting a decent sized war
only
chest.
it's only so expensive because our ship is large.
That is fair.
If it was like a medium ship, it would be vastly cheaper. Uh, because for point of reference, so buying modifications for our ship is a ×5 modifier on the standard costs.
Jeez.
Whereas a medium ship is only ×2. So that's why it's so expensive.
We should host a bake sale.
Effectively, for example, a medium ship. So then the next size down from us to buy that same upgrade would only be like 7K.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's just something to be aware of. But yeah, we can worry about it afterwards. It just depends on what kind of upgrades people want to invest in first. Like getting a command center might be
Yeah.
nice.
We'll figure
'Cause-
out first, Kirov, how much would it cost to get a crew and any supplies we'd need to
Yeah.
make sure we get back to where we need to be with this CR90. Because we have 2K in credits and then our 35K in goods.
Yeah.
So we'll sort that first and see, is it worth getting an upgrade now, or like how much that'd cost us?
Yeah.
Oh, what was it?
It costs us pretty much everything we make on this banter.
Yeah, I mean, as it stands right now, we could upgrading the ship. I guess after the first mission is definitely not a must-have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can always
it's
save
just-
it.
It's just while we had a boatload of credits, we're on Mandalore, we're in a respite period. We could just put a couple days and get a modification of some kind.
Yeah, it's something worth thinking about.
However, like you said, we can always just bank it up and then wait till we've got more. Because I'm also of the mind of if we split it up a little bit and then bank up what we can, it makes us closer to being able to put the ship into tier 1, which is good.
Yeah.
Because that then tier 1 then also opens up more modifications we can buy.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about as well. So, Kirov, how much would it cost to get enough crew and anything else that we'd need to get the CR90 back to Republic space where we need to attack it?
Well, if I bring this stuff up real quick.
So we also gain. So if we invest into upgrading the ship a tier, upgrading ship tier gives us 2 more hit dice and 2 more shield dice. There's a lot of other benefits, which is important. It also
Yeah, 'cause
gives us
I'm also thinking about if we transfer it into Republic credits, it's then, we can get upgrades for ourselves. So you want that weapon that's like 4K credits.
Here we go. Minimum effective crew. Ship intelligence modifier. Ship size. So for a large minimum crew, what is your ship's intelligence modifier?
It's the CR90, so we don't have access to that sheet.
Oh yeah.
Wait. Oh, it's not that bad. Since you guys don't really know at this point, we'll go with
Well,
this
yeah.
then.
I mean, but we're in Mandalore, so we can always, if we don't know the minimum crew, we can always be like, hey, this is a ship we've got. How many people would you need to get it? A to Z.
Yeah. So you guys go into an area. You guys go into it's not like a bar, but it's kind of like a meeting place for ship captains and stuff like that. The Mandalorians have specific drinking establishments that are not to be mixed with business. That kind of hoity.
Yeah.
And it's oh gosh. Gosh dang it. You find a Quarian in a corner who is willing to take care of your vessel. He says he has enough crew, and he has some decently looking people around him. He's got a woman next to him. It's a human woman. He introduces himself as Gundark Rucksack.
Let me just
And
delete
his
this Mando jetpack. Yeah.
and his second in command, Sil Ordo.
Hmm.
I will quick cut and paste this and get to you guys. Where are you? He says that he is planning on going towards the Hutt Republic border for a few things, and he has plenty of extra crew and is willing to take the ship there with his crew and deliver it to the Republic for only 400 credits.
Can I do an inside check to see if we can trust his words?
Yeah, me too.
Absolutely.
He seems kind of
I think he's an up and honest man.
16.
Yeah, everybody in the party can do that.
Yeah, I got a
Okay.
nat 1 on that, so I see no issue with his words.
Neither do I. Oh no, hang on. I got my roll
Yeah.
confused.
From what you can tell, this guy's just a honest cargo hauler with more than the average crew because of well, he explains that as he overhired at the last place for transferring for the actual transport of the cargo, and he doesn't want to leave them stranded in neutral space.
Yeah, I think that's an agreeable deal.
Sounds more than reasonable.
I'm happy to round up to a nice even 500.
For 500, I can give you give you the key to the cargo lock on the room, so that the only people who can open it is your Republican duo, as well as I will send you an update as soon as it is brought into Republic space.
Rather kind of you. Actually,
I'm a businessman. You pay me more, I do more.
That is fair. So we have 500. He will take it to Republic space to hand it in, correct?
wait.
It and all of its cargo.
It's on its cargo. Should we send like one of the clones or something, or like two of the clones to inform, the people we're taking it to? This isn't just random people that have kidnapped a CR-90 ship and are trying to get a quick buck. This is, an up and honest goings on here.
You can
Well,
ask.
it's as simple as you can give him a data pad with your guys' information on it in regards to that he'll hand off to the Republic officers when he brings it in.
I know that. However, Jarek's not always trusting of people, even if he did roll a natural one. He's asking if any of the clones would like to go along to relay the completion of the mission. We'll be heading back to Republic space ourselves to finish up trading.
Blade chimes in. Blade chimes in. Blade is there with you guys, just as security and everything like that. He just chimes in as, well, sir, to be honest, we are attached to you. We'd rather stay with you to ensure your safety and that of the Padawans. And in regards to the rest of the crew on the ship, we can't really spare anybody without losing combat effectiveness.
True. If anything, we might need more clones. Or just anyone, really. Because we still planning on, taking ships, right? We're, we're going to need a bigger crew.
At this point, sir, you just have yourself and our team in regards to any possible combat operations. The droids on our ship are not combat models. They're all pilots.
Okay, I will write up a quick message for the Republic detailing who these people are and why they're turning in a CR-90 ship. It is the completion of our mission. The wherever I've actually put it. My notes are a mess right now. I apologize. Yes, the captured Republic transport shuttle. What happened in regards to that? Any information they might need. I will very quickly have that onto a data thing to transfer over to Gundark to
Oh,
hand into the Republic, and it will be signed with my signature, so the Republic know it is not forged.
also,
Yeah,
as like,
he makes it clear that his second in command, Still Ordo, would be taking the excessive crew and actually piloting the CR-90, where he's going to be maintaining his own ship and crew.
Yeah. Okay. So, you can take this information. Got my data because I'm sure the Republic can read and confirm it is actually from me.
also, I would personally like to grab like like a pretty much like their galactic phone number, like the business like a phone number, of course, like because
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Just like getting his comlink access to be able to call him.
yeah, because like Jackris says, as he ships like self-appointed like connections officer.
Yeah.
He is also going like he's just gonna say, and also in the future we would like a reliable crew who can, if we need it, transport similar ships back to Republic space, of course with the utmost like secrecy that you can give us, that you're allowed to, and of course we will keep on paying you, but our services, so long as we can get to you, will only come through you. This is a partnership now.
We are outsourcing our own work right now.
Exactly.
How is this Star Wars campaign turned into administrative work simulator?
Look.
You
We
get
can't
higher
be
up in the
arsed with
ranks. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's like the Republic, like, we can't be asked doing all this shit. Here, free agents you are now, do our dirty work. And we're like, we can't be asked with this shit. Here, other free agents, do our work right now.
Gee, like that is actually crazy that we're doing this. We're actually almost like we're almost setting up our own like our own supply lines if we just push a little bit harder.
Honestly, it's at some point it's gonna turn into that fucking whole thing that happened in Japan with a hitman hiring a hitman who hired a hitman who hired a hitman who hired a hitman to do a hit. It's gonna be like, yeah, you're gonna go on a dangerous mission behind separatist lines. You're gonna get this information. We don't want to risk our lives. Here, bounty hunters, go do this.
Bounty hunter. Oh, that's too risky. Other bounty hunter I know. Hey, I got a job for you.
It's like, we'll give you 10k credits to do this. I'm like, we'll give you 5 credits to do this. We'll give you 2.5k credits to do this.
Oh my god.
And at some point in the chain, someone's gonna go to a separatist and be like, listen, we've been offered like 1k credits to come do this shit. I don't think that's enough. These are the people. The separatist's gonna go to them and it's gonna go up the line to us. We have to be careful here, guys.
Just like
I mean,
like
to be fair, the Captain Morgan, Sir Henry Morgan had like 36 ships in his fleet, so he had a lot of administrative duties to do.
yeah, and as of right now, we're only setting up a supply line through these guys so that we don't have to be like seen like transporting ships that we recommissioned, quote unquote.
Yeah, because if we end up having to fly through any space that the separatists might be about, and it's like we're in a separatist ship and we're meant to be masquerading as separatists in some of our missions, and we're taking a CR-90, we've got some explaining to do. We might be able to get by it, but it might impede our mission. So I think outsourcing it right now is the best idea.
Yeah.
Back to the session, though, I will, after handing that over to Sil, check on the deal. Just think about payment, because I can do half up front, half upon completion, but how would that work?
I have like I have like the details, so we can just send it through like through that, right?
Yeah, can we wire transfer credits?
Just PayPal them.
He's
Yeah.
he's very much like a cash on delivery person. As long as you have like a way of basically you're able to put credits in escrow where they won't go into his account until it's opened by a Republic officer that he brings the ship to. So he doesn't get paid until he actually does the job.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be there to do it.
As a bounty hunter, would I have something capable of doing that just for the sake of expediency?
Easily, yeah. You would definitely.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, beautiful.
I'll give them 250 up front and be like, honestly, is that fair doing business? It's a business of trust. You take 250 now. Upon completion, the rest of it will be transferred.
Very smart, sir. Trust me, we take our jobs very seriously within my crew.
You do seem like that. As my officer here, put my tongue back in my mouth. As my officer here has said, I hope to continue good business relations in future.
Jasper just smiles, just like I just made a new rank for myself.
Because
If there's not anything else, then the crew will start. Then I'll start getting our crews ready.
Yes. Yeah, sounds good. We got our 35k in resources on our ship, right? The Genesis.
Yes, you have all of the
Okay.
supplies on your ship, and you still have the credits on hand now.
Yeah, because they said like we'll be the only ones that have the key to the cargo hold of the CR-90, right?
Yeah, basically, they are. The way that you have it set up is that it is gene locked to clones now.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, do we want to leave anything on there and a message to the Republic to transfer whatever's in there to credits when we return?
Yeah. Also,
Or are you putting the supplies that you got as payment on the CR-90?
I'm just asking the others after we've left this place. We've done that deal. We're heading back to the ship. I'm asking the others. Do we want to leave anything in that cargo hold that only clones can open up? So that, and then give a message to the Republic upon the ship's arrival. Anything in that cargo hold only the clones can access. Transfer that into credits to be paid to us upon our arrival back into wherever we arrive back in the Republic space.
I don't think so, because we want to, honestly, the 1,000 credits worth of guns we've got, we may as well keep.
Well, I know, but it's for the
Yeah.
sake of expediency and selling, because it's going to take us some time to get back, and it's like instead of spending however long it takes to get back, and then however long it takes to sell everything we have, the entire 36k in goods.
that
Oh,
we can have
yeah,
some of it sold already, and then we can figure out the rest of it.
Honestly, the goods just completely bypassed my brain. I was like, we got
Yeah,
nothing to
because
sell. I don't know what you mean.
I'm just saying because it can then give us time to then get up back to Republic space wherever we're going. We can then sell some of the stuff we have, and we already have some credits to work with as we're selling to buy whatever we might need. And it kind of expedites the process a whole lot instead of, yeah, we have 36k in goods to sell.
Also,
and then how long it takes to get all that sold, and then how long it takes to go around to buy whatever we need. It kind of, in my head, although within the game that's very quickly done, it's, we want to sell this and buy this.
there's also like the fact that straight up, I only realized it when like Kirov mentioned it like earlier. Besides from us, like the only other like combatants on the ship are the other clone commandos. We need more we need like a boarding party, like an actual
technically the pirate that
I'm a boarding party.
I mean, yeah, you.
Technically the pirate that you shanghaied is a combatant, but he's more useful as a ship's engineer.
Yeah, he's like,
because I believe our shuttles, we have two of them.
He's better as a Scotty.
Yeah.
We have two of them, I believe. They can fit 10 people a pop, correct? Someone correct me if I'm wrong.
You have the one shuttle. The other shuttle you guys blew up.
Right.
No, I meant the boarding pods.
Oh, the boarding.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the boarding pods. Yes, you have to.
Yeah, each boarding pod can support 10 medium or smaller droids, also then 10 medium. Maybe give it 8 because, droids are kind of squished together.
Yeah, the
Eight-
droids
eight
kind of fold into
medium-
themselves, so you can generally expect a 5-man team in each one with full gear.
The
Okay,
only
5
problem is even our droids aren't combat capable. Sure, we can put a blaster in their
Yeah.
hands, but that don't mean they're gonna do anything with it. Like we
So,
need soldiers, sadly.
Yeah, so we have our transport shuttle, which I don't know how many people that can fit, but I think it'd be good to have that as well as boarding pods for us, and we have 5 droid command geezers, right? Commander Blade and 4 others.
Yeah, 5. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah,
So
4.
that's our boarding pod situation. But if we then have the shuttle added onto that, we could get more people for more ship.
Yeah.
Not only that,
Yeah,
we would
no,
have.
Frank had explained that the ship tactics generally for the CIS are to fire the boarding pods to cause chaos, while the shuttles then bring in the larger force to actually take
Yeah.
the ship.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like, as of right now, the line between between like them and getting getting to everyone on like the ship is just
Yeah.
us. Like we we need
Yeah.
people to stay on the ship to guard it. We need people in other boarding pods
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
which is
unfortunately,
why I
unfortunately,
think
these are
hiring
peace,
some people.
these are peace-loving pansies. So
Yeah, which is why I'm saying we then can hire people with the
Yeah.
credits that we get from selling to then one have guards on our ship if we're boarding, and also have combatants to take the shuttle when we're causing fucking chaos.
I think we should go half and half on that purely because
Yeah, that's
just in
what I'm
case, you know?
saying. Because
Oh, yeah,
last
yeah.
mission we was lucky that all our combatants went on the ship, that none of them went on our ship where there's no combatants.
Yeah, of course we need some bounty hunters, but we should also requisition maybe some new clone recruits, or if we can some at least some vetted ones,
Yeah, again, this is all conversations we're having.
Yeah,
as we're walking back to our ship. Okay, how much do we want to put on the CR90?
Oof.
I guess
I think,
All of it's very trustworthy.
yeah, no, I would say,
Well-
maybe 10 to 15k in goods. That then leaves us, 21 to 26k on ours. And then whatever that conversion will end up being Republic credits, we've then got spending money as we're selling that 20 to 26 in Mandalorian credits.
Okay. That does sound pretty good, at least from what I can hear. Anyone has any
Yeah,
ideas?
because there's about, from what we've been told, the 35k would be 25k Republic credits. That's about 70% worth. So we're losing 30% on the transaction. So we'd have thereabouts roughly 7k credits upon our arrival.
Okay, I mean that sounds good to me.
And then I'm just quickly doing the maths here. We'd then have about 18.2 once we sell the rest of it.
Bro is actually pulling out a whole ass calculator. That that's
Yeah,
how you know this is getting real.
yeah, that's rounding down a bit because it's like 71.4%. Doing 35, going to 25 Republic credits. It's about 71.4.
Okay.
But I'm rounding down for the sake of my brain. So yeah, I think put 10k into the CR90. Again, this is all in character. 10k worth into CR90. We then take 26k, the weapons, and the other 25k in goods on our ship. And then we'll be paid 7k on arrival, and then we have 7k spending as we're going around selling the rest of it wherever we go, whichever trade place in the Republic space.
I also think maybe along with the CR 90, we also send the message that like the message that like yeah, of course that we're coming, but also we're like requiring that we need more of a combat oriented like a resupply like a group.
I would have already sent the data message of
Oh,
what's
okay, yeah,
happened, what's
okay.
going on here. We are coming back. We then can easily just send like a comms message, right? Once we get closer.
Kira,
About our plans.
okay.
Because they've
Sorry,
told us.
sorry.
Oh,
I
here we go.
honestly got lost halfway through.
Sorry.
Don't worry.
There was like a
Alright.
lot of planning going on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
I'm-
my brain just fried for a sec there.
Sorry,
I'm just saying
I've
yabba
got this
yabba
written
yabba.
down.
I'm like,
No,
wait, whatever
I
you say.
appreciate you guys doing all this stuff and everything like that, and you know it makes it more realistic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Rather than oh yeah, you just have enough, whatever.
This is just like
Yeah,
Jackrass and like Jarek just like going like a back like a back and forth. Everyone everyone else just like starts like almost falling asleep.
Me head hit.
Yeah, so I will simplify. I apologize. I did a lot of talking. So with the calculations we've been given, 10k Mandalorian credits and goods on the CR90 would be sold upon its arrival. Once we're in Republic space, we would like to send a message to wherever that ship's being taken to the Republic, as we've been told, that that is to be sold. Only the clones can access it, and paid to us upon our arrival to wherever we're going. Because I'm assuming they can just do that. Correct.
God damn it. So my headset died halfway through this thing.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Can you hear me? So I say this again without.
Yes, I can hear you now. My headset's plugged in.
Right.
I was scrambling for a second there. I was like, wait, what the heck did you just stop talking for?
Bro,
So-
even your
Right.
headset fell asleep. That's
Oh.
wild.
The headset
I
says bro,
feel
bro,
so
wizard.
sorry for your chat now.
I'm so sorry.
Yo.
So once we're close enough, we're gonna send a message to where the CR90 is being taken, because we were told where they're gonna take it in Republic space.
Yes.
That they will be given the data pad of all the information I've already said,
Right?
and that there is 10k Mandalorian credits worth of goods to be sold, which should equivalent to 7,000 Republic credits worth,
Yes.
and that then paid to us upon our arrival in Republic space or wherever we're going in Republic space. That is a possible thing to do, right?
Okay.
That is a possible thing to do. Yes.
Okay.
You guys have a dispensary account in the Republic banking system. Whenever you're in Republic space, you have access to that account.
Amazing. So that to be put into, we'll just say mine for now, and then I can divvy it up after. That's a lot easier than trying to split it up. And then on our ship, this will not be told to them because it's no need. We will then take the other 26k worth. Was the weapons 1,000 Mandalorian credits or 1,000 Republic credits worth?
Republic.
Republic. Okay, so that's 1,000 Republic credits worth to it. That we already know how much we'll get. We will then have the 25k Mandalorian credits worth. That we will then sell once we're at a trade place in Republic space. And then we will
It
have
doesn't have to be
7,000.
Republic. It doesn't have to be Republic space. You can do it in Hut space, Confederate space.
Well,
It's just that the exchange rate will differ depending
Yeah.
on faction. Yeah.
but we are Republic people. I don't really want to go to Hut space myself. Not that I'm going to tell the others that.
I think it's a great idea, guys. Just saying.
Yeah. Let's go to Hut space, and then it's like, what the fuck are you doing back here?
See,
Yeah, not good.
see, I like it when people like don't give me the option to sell my kidney for like whatever reason. So I'm good.
They also have a lot of information about me that I don't want them revealing, first of all, and I have a lot of information I don't want them finding out. But no, we want to go to Republic space because we want to hire combatants that are along the same line of thinking we are.
Yeah.
So either that be clones or just normal people that are good at combat to
Blaine
fulfill.
will have Blade will have mentioned that you can go to Camino and see if you can just buy clones.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's just an option. I didn't even.
Let's
Yeah.
go to Camino.
Um,
I want, I want to pick out my very own clone squad.
Yeah. Either way, as I'm continuing, this is all going to be stuff that's going to need Republic credits for, which is why we're going to Republic space for this to sell all our goods to get Republic credits.
Correct.
Because we're mainly focusing on having people as security on our ship and having a further combat force to use our shuttle to dock when we're fucking causing chaos.
This is like,
Because, yeah, I hope that's all understandable. It's a lot of broken up bits, but I will have this written out and I will DM it to you, the full plan, in a much nicer format than me trying rambling on in a easier way.
I would appreciate that. Just that we're not sitting here going over the plan for another 10 minutes.
we have
Yeah.
one hell of a plan. That
Yeah, so we have this plan. Once we get back to the ship, we'll put 10k goods worth within the CR90, have that cargo department locked. Got the crew, they know where they're going. They have the data pad information to give to the Republic once they get there. Are we wanting to stay here or leave straight away, guys, now that all our shit's ready?
I mean, we could always stay for a trial.
Well, look, and again, we need to decide if we're upgrading the ship because then we don't have a choice. We have to stay for a couple days.
Yes, which is why I'm asking, because
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand. I want
the side of the CR90 is sorted. They're going to be leaving whenever. I'm asking you guys and the clones, do we want to stay for the trial, stay here, have a further rest time for the night, and leave tomorrow? Or
We can
do we want to
we
leave
can we can stay the night and
I'll-
then out of game decide if we're gonna what we're gonna do and then sort of wing it and decide from that.
Yeah, that works. That also gives me time to then actually write up this thing for Kirov. Okay, we will go watch the trial. I think that will. Why is that coming up? We will watch the trial.
I won't, but yeah, you get.
Yeah, well, I would like to watch the trial because it's
I
always
mean,
good for a
yeah.
bounty hunter to see a bounty properly fulfilled. And then whoever doesn't want to watch the trial can go find lodging, figure out the lodging situation.
Jeffrey's
If I
gonna
will
watch the trial.
go watch the trial, he's curious about how the end of the bounty hunting process works.
Well, bounty hunting cases in case of them being alive, yes.
Yeah, if he was dead, it would have been a lot quicker.
Well, figure out what you guys want to do for the upgrade of the ship real quick. The trial isn't really anything that we need to go into too much detail on,
Yeah.
but if you guys want to figure that stuff out,
So-
like I explained to you how it goes.
So so if we're talking about upgrading the ship, we sent what was it, 10k materials off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so on the CR90, 10k worth, which would give us
So-
7k
so-
Republic credits.
Yeah. That leaves us with
25K.
25, which
Yes.
would let us buy at
We
least
do also have
one
1.5k Mandalorian credits floating right now.
That's not gonna be mean fuck all, mate. I'll be honest.
Well, it might, because we have 26.5.
Oh yeah, I guess technically. So we can realistically we can afford. The only thing we can't super afford is a suite, because if we buy a suite, then that's that 25k just gone, because a suite is 25k for us.
And that would, in regards to your ship, munificents are very hollow because they're meant to hold a lot of droid starfighters, and adding a suite onto your ship would essentially be adding a modular unit into those hollow spaces that you're able to access.
Yeah. I mean, we've got a ton of space. I checked earlier. We have available to us 50 modification slots. Large ships, I think, when I briefly looked at it earlier, we can hold up to 4 or 5 suites in total. But
Yep.
so basically the main option stands from like what kind of things do we want? We could get another hard point to get more guns. Upgrading like armor and all that is pointless because it's just not really worth it, and also you don't really upgrade it for that. We could get one of those things I mentioned earlier for that will allow somebody to use the current gun with their dex modifier instead of the chip's wisdom. There's a ton of options we can get. It just depends what people feel like they want to invest into.
I am of the personal belief. I think we should save our money.
Yeah, I mean it just depends on what people. So there's like the armory, which installs a lot of different things.
While I am technically the commander in charge, I do not hold any higher ranking in my opinion.
Yeah.
I want a wrist blaster.
The command center is nice because it gives when somebody does the direct action, they can target 2 people, which is good.
That's good.
Because like
Honestly, like getting we can upgrade, and this is what I'm thinking because we've encountered this issue already today. So I'm of the opinion we should probably invest in a docking bay because we don't have one.
we don't have like a docking bay.
We don't have a docking bay apparently.
You guys technically do, but it's essentially
No, I meant like an official proper modification docking bay.
yeah.
Because that's as a large ship, we can have 2 medium ships docked. So this whole issue we've had, where we've had to pay somebody to go deliver the ship, would have been completely moot if we had a docking bay for ourselves.
That also means that we could have like took like that one ship that we like scuttled, even though it was like crippled. We we could have just put it in like the docking bay.
A docking bay will also give us the option to hold smaller ships. So if we want like personal fighters in the future, for whatever reason.
Yeah, but the problem is the CR-90 and the Nubile Blade were both large ships, right?
Yes.
But I thought they're medium. Okay.
No, they're large.
So it's still going to be a problem. What I'm saying is like if we're bullying
right,
like
but his point is more along the lines of you can have like gunships and things like that you're able to send out along with the boarding pods. And
assaulting
fighters. Yeah.
We can even salvage the droid ships. If we destroy droid ships in space combat, we can salvage them.
How much is?
It's 7.
There are salvaging mechanics actually. Yeah.
So a docking bay is expensive. A docking bay is the full 25k.
Oh, is it?
Because
Where does it say that?
Because it's a suite. So it's 5k baseline because it's a suite, and then because our ship is large, it has a ×5 multiplier.
I mean,
they're in the it's in the modification section. I've done all this research while you were yabbering, so I know what I'm talking about.
I mean, it would be a good like addition to the ship, especially if like
the docking bay would also let us have like, eventually we might be able to like requisition fighters from the Republic for our commander droids, some extras.
Yeah. Okay. So. What do we think is worth more? Do we think getting a docking bay for the full 25k that we have left over, or
I would say you could get this. You could get the docking bay done. You can get it installed. You can get everything figured out here in Mandalore. It would drain basically everything you guys just got as reward.
Yeah, basically.
But you can do it. The shipwrights here, they have shipyards. They're not like military shipyards, but they have shipyards here that can easily alter your ship and add it onto it. Yeah.
One of us could also try to like negotiate a deal. Maybe like see if they can like bring the price down by like maybe 10% or something. If we want to roll it.
Well, we would have. Okay, so our decision is we get 7k Republic credits. That is our spending money. The rest of it goes towards the ship, the 25k.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
I'll
personal
26.5.
because of the kind of ship we are, because of our mission,
I say we get a
I-
docking bay.
I definitely think a docking bay is good because then, like, even if it comes to a point where, hey, we've got multiple missions, if we end at a point where we have a bigger crew, if we have like 2 medium ships,
4 minutes is crazy.
we can send like, oh, here's a crew with a smaller ship, go fuck off and do that, or even like, oh, we need to sell some stuff. Let's have like a smaller cargo
Yeah.
ship.
Okay, so we can either dock 2 medium ships or 10 small ships.
Yeah,
And
we can dock a lot of stuff.
this
We can
would
dock a lot. I say we get a docking bay.
Yeah, that sounds best.
Because
Yeah.
we already unofficially have the little shuttle, which I forget what size it is. Medium.
Yeah,
We
medium.
already unofficially have the medium. We can make it actually official, and then we can properly dock that.
I also like it
we can
because
also we can also use them to hold droids or constructs of up to
Ooh.
4 size categories larger, if we really need to.
I also like it because like
So
it,
if we pick up like a fucking droid tank or something stupid, we can
Yeah.
store it in there.
Well,
I'm
Well,
finna
Imagine,
drop kick
imagine
you.
you destroy. Imagine you destroy a CIS ship, and they happen to have some unactivated vulture droids
Yeah.
that you're.
yeah, we can
Ooh,
we
yeah.
can store them in there.
I'm of the opinion we have 7k Republic credits that were paid to us. We spend the rest of the money that we got to get the docking bay.
Yeah.
We go watch the trial. We wait until the docking bay is applied, and then we leave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So the
that sounds good to
docking
me.
bay will take. I mean, it's not super important exactly how, because we're not on a time rush. So
No.
knowing how long it takes isn't going to be super important. But there is a calculation for it.
It will,
I know. I'm just saying for the sake of the story, we wait until that's done, and then once it's done,
Yeah.
we leave.
I think it's. I think it's not. I think it's like 3 or 4 days, something like that, to
Yeah.
be fully put in.
So 25k is.
So basically, just wipes that 25k out basically,
Docking
and it
bay.
does. But it does still leave us with the extra 2k that we had floating as well.
1.5 because 500 of it.
Oh yeah, okay,
right,
1.5.
yeah.
Actually,
I'm of the opinion we just pocket that as because if we divide it up, it's not really gonna divide up very well. So just keep it as like a party fund.
I lied. It's 1.6. I
Okay,
forgot I was
so,
given 100 credits.
Nice.
Just keep it as like a general party fund, I guess, for like whatever.
Yeah, it's like the party's like a war chest.
Yeah, a very small war
Yeah.
chest.
I mean,
See, there is actually. So funny enough, one of the suites you can buy is a vault. Later on.
keep
Was
that
it a
in
suite,
mind.
actually?
Keep
It
that
might have
in mind.
been. Yeah. You can just straight up buy a vault later on.
Because like I imagine if we keep on doing what we're doing, right? Stopping like dropping by bases, hitting like convoys, taking ships. We're definitely going to get like a decent sized war chest if we just keep on doing what we're doing. We just gotta savage like the ships, steal whatever we can, and don't die.
It's definitely like at some point it would be handy for us to get a meditation chamber. Because meditation. This is like more future stuff because it's super expensive. So a meditation chamber, Mel, would let us if we complete a long rest in that meditation chamber, we gain temporary force points equal to our force power maximum level plus your wisdom or charisma modifier.
Nice.
Which is pretty nice. But that's like well future if we end up with like buckets to spare for some reason. Kind of thing. There is also one for tech powers, but I think only one person casts tech powers.
Okay, so is the shopping over?
I think so.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, right. I'm gonna write all of this out while the trial's going on. I'm gonna fill you guys in on what I've been told. The there are some people out there we could hunt down for some extra money on the moon of Mandalore Concordia, in hot space. I don't really want to go to hot space, I'll say in regards to that, and in Republic space, and give their names that I totally know right now. Yeah. So we've got in Concordia, in hot space, and in
I'll-
Republic space.
Yeah.
We can hunt them down for some money for Mandalore if we so wish, if we come across them.
I say definitely get their name.
Yeah, I've told you their names. It's of Concordia,
Yeah.
in hot space,
Um,
and in Republic
I
space.
honestly stopped looking for those, but I will get those for you guys
Yeah.
in a little bit. I will say this: the ones in Hut Space you have heard of, and you know that they are a kind of mid-tier pirate group that works for the Huts at times. So
Yeah, I've probably worked with them in the past, which is why I don't really want to go there. But not that
do
you
see
guys
a
know.
name or two where you're like, huh, I know him.
Yeah. Okay, right. Let me.
The ones in Republic
organize
Space are
this.
actually so coincidentally enough, the one in Republic Space is actually on the border of Hut Space, almost right where they're bringing the CR-90.
Oh.
Oh, it's whereabout we're taking the CR-90 just outside of Hut Space in the Republic Space.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we could just swing by there and, you know.
Jerk very firmly goes, no. We are not going into Hut Space.
I mean, what if, like, they try to hit, like, you know, our...
No.
Okay.
We're
one
not
on the
going
moon of
into
Con-
Hut
The
Space.
one on the moon of Concordia is, as described in the datapad, a cult of Mandalorian warriors attempting to causing terroristic acts and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys have watched the Clone Wars series, but they're basically asking you to hunt down the Death Watch.
Oh,
Oh.
okay, cool. Yeah, now that you said that, I get it, but I didn't put two and two together at the time.
Oh, shit.
Hey, all I'm hearing is if we hunt down the Death Watch, free Mandalorian armor, baby.
I mean, I'm more concerned about their guns.
Not that I care about armor. Bear in mind, I mean I do, but I don't. Although I say that, I mean the Mandalorian armor is actually pretty nice. So maybe getting some of that would be nice later on.
Although the
Still-
Jedi in your group would know that hunting people who are wearing Mandalorian armor and using Mandalorian weapons, these people have trained a good
It's
portion
not-
of their lives to
not
hunt
easy.
Jedi.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I'm saying about it is, you know, they're causing a ruckus.
If you want to put, say, an arbitrary difficulty task to it, Concordia would be the difficult one, the Hut Space would be kind of medium, and the Republic one would be easy.
Definitely not gonna, like, handle, like, the Death Watch first, if at all.
Yeah. I think if we ever come across them and it's something we can handle, we do it. We're not going to Hut Space. I do not want to go to Hut Space.
Oh,
Hut Space
by
is
the-
off
so by
limits
the
right
way,
now.
I just did the maths, right? So so theoretically, if we just hired one engineer to help us install it, so if we had a crew of 5, it would take us 20 days to modify our thing.
Modify
It-
us to
it's-
what?
You
It's-
have an engineer.
Yeah, I was gonna say it is technically so. I looked at just the calculations just for a rough guess.
Mhm.
How long it takes is largely dependent on the size of the workforce. But unrealistically, like you can install it as just like a one guy. It's just gonna take you fucking forever.
You could have Doran, the pirate that you have, install it, but it would take you about a month.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like I said, it's like if we helped him, that's 5 people. That takes 20 days to upgrade our ship. At the moment. However, like you can always.
That's if we're doing the upgrades. It's probably in a shipyard of a lot of people that are working on it
Yes,
once to be done in like
it depends
3
on
days.
Kiro- It depends if Kirill how flexible he wants to be and doesn't want us to pay for the workforce.
Sorry, say that again.
I said it depends on how flexible Kira wants to be because if we're hiring our people, then it would take we have less cash because we have to pay for extra workforce.
I'm assuming the fact that larger ships cost more to have them installed is taken into account paying people for it.
Yes.
9 times out of
takes-
10
yeah.
when
Yeah,
modifications
it-
and
thing is bigger. Take more people to do things. Yeah.
yeah.
technically, yeah. I mean, hey, Runaway, by the way, be my guest. I would prefer it by leagues.
Yeah, I'm just saying as well, in a lot of
Yeah.
tabletop things, especially like 5e, things like, oh, you know, you want an item enchanted, here's how much it'd cost depending on rarity. That's taken into account paying for it to be done.
Oh, actually, so it does say, so Wickers generally. Oh no, that's Wickers generally crafted, right? Yeah, yeah. So it does like the base modification is you basically take the total. So we take the 25k, and then you times up the size of the workforce by 250, divide that number by the price of the modification, and then that's how many days it takes.
This
Which
is
is
something
not-
you're gonna have to write out and show me later,
Yeah,
dude.
it's not super important because we're not on a time crunch. It's just nice to know how long it takes, basically. So we'll probably be in Mandalore for probably at least 10 days. But by the time,
Modification category, so it's 5,000 times, no,
it's 25k for the modification at all.
yeah.
I've just done the math. So for 5 people, you basically the equation for
10 days.
this particular thing with 5 people is you take 2,500, divide it by 1,250. That gets you 20.
Jesus,
Which is
bro,
20.
this
Which
math.
is 20 days. But like I said, I mean,
I got 10 days.
you may not have done enough zeros. Or maybe I did
No,
too many
because
zeros.
I did the modification base cost times
Or
by the
maybe I
size.
maybe I
The
maybe I
size
did too
thing,
many.
that's 25k divided by
Divided by
250 times 10, because we're a large ship, right?
Oh
And
yeah, I
that
guess
came to 10.
technically, yeah. I suppose I never thought into account how many crew members do we actually have on board the ship? Because I just realized we can rope all the other goons into helping.
You guys have the
Because they
minimum
goons.
crew right now to
Yeah.
run a large
Right.
ship.
This is something we can figure out after session, okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
We're going to the trial, we're expediting, it'll take X amount of days, and then we
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah,
We'll figure out how long that takes in between
Yeah,
sessions.
I was gonna say we got like 10 minutes left to figure out this trial thing before I gotta get going.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you guys figure this stuff all out, blah 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 blah.
play
And you
the game.
and you head to the trial. You give word that you're willing to stand there and testify
Time
in
to play the
person.
game.
Now that you need to stick around for a few days probably. And you're going in there, and from the beginning, the trial only takes a few days because they've been building their case for a long time. And for the entire first day, you guys don't even see Gordon Hayes. It's just witnesses of the original crime coming out and saying how he and his pirate crew basically broke into the museum, killed anybody that they saw. He stole the armor along with several different relics that have yet to be recovered, and then left. And a couple of them talking about how horrific it was to find their friends and colleagues murdered, and the immense weight of the cultural heritage. There's a couple of them that actually go out of their way to thank you guys' crew for bringing back at least the armor so far. And then it gets to the next day where they call you guys in, and they specifically have you guys mention how you found him in the process of having killed and raiding a ship, and how you had to kill pretty much everybody else on his crew, and then captured him alive and brought him to them. At which point they have the dramatic flourish of bringing him out for everybody to see, to various boos, jeers, and people even throwing small things at him as they bring him up to the stand.
I would also like to throw things at him.
I see K4 reaching for a grenade, and I put my arm out and push his arm down.
Oh my god.
So he he gets sat on there, and the prosecutor comes out, and he just starts going through. It's like, did you do this, 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 this? He doesn't say a word, and then finally, they let out his representative, because everybody in Mandalorian culture gets their own representative. You know, you're not just sitting there getting like lampooned.
But it's a
You have to have
cultural,
somebody. You have to have somebody speak on your behalf. And a man walks out there with a scar underneath his left eye. He's bald, has a very serious looking face, and he's wearing a suit that he seems very uncomfortable in. He goes out and he starts speaking of Mandalorian warrior culture, how he was simply taking what was his, how this is just simply how things have been always done, how he might not have been born on Mandalore, but he did things the Mandalorian way and earned his armor the hard way, yada yada yada.
Wait, is that him
And-
saying that?
No.
Oh.
Corden hasn't said a word yet still. And finally, he says to everybody, he's like, I know many of you may not agree with the warrior or culture of old, but you must admit that he embodies the spirit of a true Mandalorian. And blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And then, as he sits down and the jury is about to convene, you finally hear the prosecutor's name read aloud. He's like, is there anything more, Mr. Vizsla?
Oh. Wait, Vizsla?
Do I know that name?
Even I know that name.
You recognize the name as one of the potential leaders of the Death Watch.
Oh!
Oh.
And in the data pad given to you by Almec, they have no proof that he has any ties to them, and he's essentially the warden of the moon.
Okay.
Full name is Pre Vizsla.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But yeah, he goes through all this. They do not take long to convene, because the amount of like picture evidence, physical evidence, and everything that they have against him, the fact that he hasn't said a word in his own defense, and that the only defense that he was given was by a radicalist. They basically come out, and it is a 100% guilty thing. Pre Vizsla goes up and says a few short words to Corden, who Corden actually says something to Pre Vizsla back. Not loud enough for anybody to hear, but Pre Vizsla leaves at that point, putting a hand on his shoulder in solace. And the verdict is read out: guilty of all charges, sentenced to life imprisonment in the deepest cells of the Mandalorian capital's prison, to live out the rest of his days in isolation.
I would like to. Jackrus saying this. I would like to raise his hand. Jackrus is going to raise his hand. He he wants
The judge sees you. Yes, Padawan, Jedi Padawan, would you like to weigh in on this ruling? I should say that the jury's verdict is final.
Yes, this has nothing to do with the outcome of the jury. Whether whether he would have been let go or rightfully put in prison, I would have asked to say my last piece to him, as someone who for a very long time studied Mandalorian culture and recently found a little bit more about their traditions from, and he points to those that's currently in the crowd.
You point over to one of the curators, who is literally the guy that was showing you around.
Mm-hmm. And Jack was just asked, may I come up to the stand to speak aloud? Without a shadow of a doubt, this is not just from a Jedi Padawan. This is from a man who honestly love your history, love your challenges, love your people.
Well, the verdict has been given. I would be amiss as to I would be amiss as to rob you of being able to give what I hope is a speech in towards the peace of our nation. The chair
Jackers,
does recognize the Jedi and their peacekeeping nature.
Jacker smiles and he nods, and gently he does stand up. He does look back to like the others and just like, gives like a nod, just like, hey, I'm going, like, I promise I'm going to be chill about this one.
I should reference, I didn't go.
Yeah.
I'm doing other shit. I don't know what yet, but
Yeah.
You're getting everything figured out with the last of the remodeling.
As our comms guy and very good with charisma, you're on duty of getting the ship
Yeah.
sorted.
yeah, weirdly a people person. Who would have guessed?
Weirdly
Okay.
enough, yeah. Jackris, without
Alright, go
mission to
ahead.
be, walks up to the stand, stands directly in front of this man, and looks him in the eye. He stands there for a solid second, letting the words like build up in his mind as he says, no matter what anyone here says today, no matter what you're told, no matter what your other inmates might tell you, who might believe the same thing, you are not a warrior. And he lets those words like settle in the air for a second, I wouldn't even want to even think of you as a Mandalorian, really. You slaughtered unarmed people, researchers, people who wanted to preserve the history of Mandalorians, the ones that you use as a cover-up for your crimes and slaughter. Even unarmed on that vessel, those people that you murdered, not by right of taking anything, you murdered, you slaughtered without honor. You didn't even give them a chance to fight back, as any real Mandalorian would know, would feel in their bones. That is honorable. Even when your men fired upon me, I only shrugged in defense. In securing the ship, even in the one that I spared, even as he held a weapon at me, at my friends, at my clone companions, instead of shooting him dead, I shot him in the leg. Because even with you trying to kill us, he desperately tried to save the ship. That man, that pirate, mind you, has more honor in his left toe than you have ever tasted in your life. You stole without, my bad. You stole. You did not have the right. You took because you had the power. Because you wanted to. Because you thought it was your right. This was a clear misunderstanding. You don't. Anyone who dares call you a Mandalorian today, I'm sadly to say it, they need to re-look up their own history. Real Mandalorian warriors never killed unarmed civilians. Never. Not once. Honor by fighting and dying in combat, by hunting and killing the greatest beasts. You showed none of that, and I'm disappointed in our fight. He says that, looks him up and down, and then just shakes his head and then return to his seat.
As you're walking back, he stands up. Keep in mind, he's still shackled, but his handcuffs are in front of him right now.
Jacker stops. He he isn't like getting on like
Stands
the
up.
like a
He has a
defensive.
smirk on his face. He says something in a language you don't understand, and then you and then everybody hears a sharp crack, and then he falls forward with froth coming out of his mouth. And immediately people run over to try and see what's wrong with him. everything starts going into a panic in that room. And as all this is happening, the judge kind of looks at you for a sec after he realizes that he's not going to be able to help, and now people are already helping. He looks at you for a second and says, "You spared one of the pirates," and we'll end things off there.
Well, shit.
I'm shaking my head and I'm upset.
Man,
Huh.
even when you try to do
Wait.
something good, you still fuck it up.
Wait, did we not tell him that we spared one? No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
I and your crew was part of the people who raided the
Yeah.
museum.
Now they know.
Know what, Jackaris? Next session we'll fix this. Don't y'all even worry about it. It's fine.
No, I'm sorry to interrupt, but first we had, yes, CIS, my name and full government details are Padawan Jackaris Sojourn, hunt me down all you want, and now this.
Look,
Every
to
time you
be
open your
fair,
mouth,
the
you
speech
fuck
went
it up.
good until that one point. I
The
didn't
speech-
realize.
The speech went good. I'm there like, he's actually saying some good for once. I saved one of the pirates. We took him under our Oh, for fuck's sake.
I mean, Jackaris will properly explain that he didn't have a choice in the matter. And he's currently like,
Alright, I am afraid I have to get going. I have some things that I have planned, and I gotta get leaving in the
No,
next 10 minutes.
Yeah, no
Sounds
worries.
good.
That was a great
Feel free
place
to
to
lay-
end.
I love this.
Feel free to lay out all this stuff. Guys, if it wasn't obvious, the guy had a cyanide tooth. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
remind me-
I
so
figured as
real,
much.
Real quick before you run away, because we're not on the page, so I can't count. Actually, put us on. Can you put us on our shit on our bridge before you run away?
yeah, give me a second.
Okay, so should I start the plank now, or
Yeah, you have 5 minutes of plank time.
this will fuck shit? Can I switch up like some of those into like push ups?
You can have a 30-second break every minute.
Yep.
You know what? That's better than nothing. You guys keep chat occupied for at least a little bit. I'm still here. I just can't hear y'all. Let me set up.
Unbelievable.
What I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna go and I'm gonna exit the game, and I'll actually schedule for next ones.
My friends are
I have edited the Apollo, so I don't know if it's gonna work for next week because I've edited it for. I said Thursday at 7 p.m.
You're good.
It might just assume it's next week's Thursday because I said it after the 6 p.m.
Oh no, I
Okay,
clicked
I'm
wrong.
starting now. Everyone, remember, before exercising, you stretch.
So if you guys look on the Roll20 page going forward,
And
it
of
will
course,
have the accurate time.
remember, your friends love you, even when you think they don't.
So I just gotta remember at the end of our stuff to be able to put that in, because especially with you guys, with
Luckily, the
time
timer's
difference, I
already
want to make sure I
started,
get that in.
and-
But I do need to get going.
It ain't
Yeah,
fast
no,
enough.
took some.
Yeah, no, see you next week.
See you next week.
Okay.
Have a good
Bye
one.
bye.
Bye.
Workout routine.
Okay.
My
So
worst,
I just
my worst enemy.
I redid the. I redid my calculation. It should only take us about 4 days.
Okay.
Because that's if we rope everybody in. Like that's Frank, that's all the fucking tech
gone.
guys. That's the 5 commando dudes.
Spam pulse.
Yeah.
So if we do an all hands on deck, then we don't need to fork out for any workman. We can just bish bash, get it done in 4 days.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Which, considering the size of the ship, is pretty fucking good.
Yeah, in texture I've put in all
Yeah,
that we've earned.
Yeah, I'll pop it down here as well.
Yeah, it's 2030 Republic credits each.
Yeah.
Which is decent amount.
Okay.
Very decent
Remember,
amount.
everyone,
I
make sure to
will.
remember that you guys
I'll put
love.
them on it.
You guys are awesome. You guys are amazing, even if you make me work out.
We have a.
Just always remember that no matter what, I'm with you guys. You guys are awesome. And thank you for
Right.
enjoying today's stream.
We have a cargo bay.
In about 3 minutes and 19 seconds, I'll be calling the end stream.
I would so laugh if in that time I get another 500 points.
Are you getting points? I'm not getting it.
Just
You guys
watching. I
better
just
not be
spent.
saying
I just
anything
spent
to my stream.
500
Okay,
the last
I'm wondering-
time, and I'm already at 140.
I've still been at the same number of points. Maybe it's because I've got the chat muted.
Bro, the poem
I know. Do you have the website muted or the actual stream
Time to
muted?
play the game.
Just for stream.
If you have the stream muted, you will not earn.
Time to play the game.
You need to right click the tab and mute the site, and that still counts you as viewing.
Yeah, they cracked down on what you call it, haven't they?
Uh,
Ghosts. What the fuck's it
Come
called?
2 minutes, 20 seconds.
Lurkers. That's right. I couldn't.
Yeah.
The time
They've
I
also- they've also cracked down a bit on people that don't chat. Someone actually ran a test of this. There was at like 7,000
honest.
viewers,
I
and
think
there
I
was
would
like
rather push-ups or sit-ups or squats or I don't know, like the weird things
Well-
with the cankles. I don't know.
Mosel's just added another one. What do you want, Mosels? Another minute of plank, or
Yeah, of course.
you've got another
It's
minute of plank
taking me
now?
back to my high school days.
Yeah, no, someone did a
They can't
test.
hear us.
There was at like 7,000 viewers, and then they asked for everyone to start spamming in chat, and it boosted itself up to 15,000 or something. So a lot of people that were lurking were not counted as a viewer
1
because they
minute,
weren't
30.
chatting.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, which I think's insane. I get, like, you know,
Okay,
lurkers are still
come on,
watching
just
though, but I think it's stupid.
I mean, I don't watch streams, so
I don't
matter too much
often.
to me. But you know,
Oh, so
whenever I
now that
do,
I can't hear you guys,
you know,
I can
then
tell
I'm
you guys
probably
are just, like
lurking.
talking some kind of trash.
No, we're not.
I don't
You're calling
believe
him.
you.
What?
You have another workout thing Mosel's redeemed, so add another minute.
I don't know what you said, but it was probably offensive.
Don't worry, it'll be a
Okay,
nice
50
surprise for
seconds,
me
come
when
on.
he.
50 seconds.
It might
Yeah.
be. It's a nice surprise when he thinks he's done. He comes back to his computer.
Yeah. So, right, I think my side's done with all the maths working out.
actually, so you were incorrect earlier, by the way. We can, if we choose to hold no medium ships, we can actually hold 20 small ships because each medium
25.
ship takes up 10 small ships. So with our large docking bay that can hold up to
Yeah,
medium,
that's
we can.
as I
we
say,
can-
hold up to 2 medium,
14.
or we can
Yeah.
turn a medium into 10.
yeah,
That's
we can
basically
do- we
saying
can
if we
do-
want, we can hold a medium
Yeah,
and 10 small, or we can have 20
yeah.
small.
yeah. I
Because
didn't know
our
if that
shuttle's a
was
medium,
Alright.
so.
Yeah,
4.
yeah. It's pretty good.
2, 1.
All right, so put that. in
Melvin,
here.
come back.
Let it be
we
known
need
that I love
you.
my chat. I also love my friends.
Yeah, yeah.
What do I
Quickly,
know?
by the way, Mosel's redeemed another minute of plank, so I hope we've had a nice break.
Okay, I'm back. What what
Okay,
kind
yeah.
of trash we were talking?
You might
Mosel's
redeem
redeemed
that.
another
Well,
minute, so I hope you've had a nice break.
Chop, back to it.
I'm gonna punch you in the jaw.
That's what I was trying to shout to you. Have another minute. But
Hang
Mosel's
on,
like, just
hang
leave
on.
it for a nice surprise.
Okay, headphones off. I get you. But 1 minute.
Oh,
Okay.
this
Not
is
too
this is
hard, right?
torture.
Yeah, cannot be hard.
Bro's gonna lay down in bed later. He's not gonna be able to get back up.
Yeah.
His abdominal muscles are just fucked.
Right. We also have a Boeing.
1 minute on the clock. Let's do this.
So I'm just updating our
I
ship
know
sheet
what.
to be
To
honest. It's a
translate
bit of a-
these, bro. Who
It's not so much
needs
of a mess,
workout
but things are in
partners
the wrong place.
or gyms or enemies?
Oh, talking about fucking putting things in the wrong place. I put the fucking cargo bay in the wrong place. Oops.
Talk about putting things in the wrong place and me when you're more.
Honestly, believe
Oh yeah. So right now our ship can have up to 9 suites. So we got plenty of room still, which is nice.
20 seconds on the clock.
So boarding pods.
10 seconds.
I should be needing another one.
Fuck all y'all. Every last one.
Love you too, Mal.
Okay. Are we good? Am I good to close out?
Now.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't have enough points to redeem again.
I would like it
don't
if you
either.
didn't
Oh,
redeem at all.
Oh, Mel, I'd just like to know, I could if I wanted to. Just
I
let
know
me
that you could, bud. Trust me, I know.
That was a good session. There was a lot of shopping and
Yeah, I mean,
organizing.
A lot of planning.
that's gonna happen every now and again, especially with the kind of campaign it is. It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Um,
especially when we come into such a large sum of money.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to keep
usually
on
it's
coming
like-
to large sums.
Well, like
Yeah,
I thought I didn't realize how expensive upgrading our ship was going to be. I thought, oh, we can probably get like a couple upgrades, and then I did the maths in the session, and I was like, or not.
Yeah.
Well- Okay,
But it's
everyone.
fine because it also like it gives Kirov an idea of if he's trying to give us cash for the purpose of upgrade.
Okay, everyone. I've been Melly for Mill, aka Melly for you. Today has been amazing. Today has been great. I've had a lot of fun, and apparently I'm still getting my crew in trouble, but hey, it's all alright. Know that, as always, I love and appreciate each and every last one of you. To no end, mind you. And again, I love you all, and I wouldn't be able to do what I love without you guys. So until next time, bye. Or I guess in this case, see you next time.
The stream is over, it's time to go. Don't y'all know this bull ain't kosher, no. We'll see you next time. Thanks for coming to the show. Radioactive, make this milk flow. The stream is over, it's time to go. Watch out, don't pop